3, 2, 1.
Hello there, and welcome back to the Cinema Asylum podcast. My name's Dyllan. I'm one of the superhero and sci-fi experts.
I am John Thompson. I am the action movie expert.
I am Matthew. I am the other superhero and sci-fi expert.
Thank you for joining us again. This episode, we're going to be talking about our spoiler-filled Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 review, and then along with our MCU rankings. But before we all get started talking about what movies and stuff we've seen this week, I just want to share that we still have a Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, etc. going on. So if you guys wouldn't mind sharing, commenting what you love, subscribing, all that good stuff, we'd really, really appreciate it.
And you can definitely tell that Dyllan is not here in person right now, and he's actually on the phone because he's not feeling well today.
Yeah, no, I do not feel good whatsoever.
But at least you're here with us on the podcast, which is great.
Yeah, thankfully. I was not going to miss this episode.
Oh, I know you weren't.
We got a lot to talk about with this one.
Oh, boy. Yeah. It's been hard not talking about it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, when we got out of the movie Friday, it's like, crap. How do I keep quiet?
Yeah.
I kept quiet pretty well, thankfully. I was able to do that.
So, we got our new setup we're doing. We're not doing news anymore.
Yeah, for the indefinite future, it's been put on pause until we can possibly find something out. But for the time being, we're just going to repost the news as it comes out instead of do it at the end of every week.
Which I feel will save time, and it'll give us more time to talk our episode points.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, definite benefit.
I know you got some trivia questions that you'd like to ask, Matthew. So
Yeah, we're going to be
ahead.
adding trivia every week now. So, are you guys ready?
Yeah.
I'm ready.
What movie held the record for lowest box office decrease in its second week for over 10 years? It's a 90s movie.
Would you be able to give a genre?
Disaster?
Oh, Disaster. It can't be Twister, can it? Because it was doing pretty well.
Well, that's what I said. The lowest decrease in box office.
Okay.
So you're talking like the lowest drop. It was only a 10% drop to its second week.
It's I'm thinking either Twister or Independence Day.
No, I don't think it'd be Independence Day. I was thinking Day After Tomorrow, but I'm pretty sure that came out early 2000.
That was 2004.
Yeah.
John's a lot closer than he thinks.
Okay, so it's not Twister then. Oh man.
I really want to watch
What other movie came out in that year that was a disaster movie?
You're getting farther away.
That's the obstacle I'm on.
Now he's getting farther away.
Oh crap.
You had it.
Oh, was it Twister then?
Yes, it was.
Oh, it was Twister.
I was just watching you be confused.
You know, I'm actually amazed that I actually got the answer right for the second time in a row on this podcast.
I'm going to have to try to stump you guys harder next week.
Well, like, those were the two disaster movies of the 90s. Like, I don't think anybody acknowledges any other one.
Armageddon.
Yeah, you can count Armageddon too. That came out in 98.
Deep Impact came out in 98.
To be fair, Armageddon had a pretty stacked cast.
Yeah.
I don't think that would increase that much.
It was hilarious, too.
Per week, yeah, but
I'd be totally on board to watch Armageddon. I've been wanting to watch that.
You've never seen it?
There's a reason for that. I've been very mixed on Michael Bay, of course. I don't like him as a director, but I love disaster movies, and it sounds like it's the best, stupidest movie ever made. So I would definitely enjoy it by now.
It's such a good disaster movie. Don't turn away because you don't want to miss a thing.
There's a pun there, Dyllan.
I count it, though.
Oh, yeah, I had another pun. I've been saving it for a few days.
Oh, no.
No. Not this early.
Did you hear about the advanced screenings for Oppenheimer? They said it was the bomb.
I'll count that one. I think you're up to 65 now.
I've been saving that for a few days now.
Okay, here's one more review. And please do not put this in the bank, Dylan. I truly think it's funny.
This is going in the bank.
No, it'll go in the bank.
You don't even know what I was going to say yet.
It's going in the bank.
It's going to go in the bank. Yeah.
Okay, did you hear that the skunk gave the latest movie review? He said it stinks.
You're a 5.
Oh,
Yeah.
come on.
That's definitely going in the bank.
Well,
That's some crappy humor.
well, come on. Well, come with the employee style was funny. Oh, well.
So yeah, I guess we're going to talk about what movies we've seen this week.
I need to go last on this one because I got tons of things to say about a couple of movies I got to watch.
You want to go first, Dylan?
Yeah, probably because mine's going to be the shortest. Surprise, surprise, I've still been watching Doctor Who, trying to catch up.
Who?
Which granted, I still have... Shut up. Well, no, I'm trying to watch it all before, like, the first trailer for the 60th anniversary special comes out for November. Plus, I've just been wanting to catch up for the longest time. Like, I haven't been this much on top of Doctor Who since 2015, roughly. It's been like 8 years, and I have like 8 years of Doctor Who to catch up on.
Oh wow.
Yeah, well, it's not a whole lot. They typically only have about like 12 episodes a season.
Okay.
And it was really kind of just a shorter for a minute there to get through Capaldi's season, because I was not a fan of Capaldi's Doctor when it started coming out. That's kind of why I fell off. But I ended up loving him. So, like that last season of Capaldi's Doctor, it was hard getting through it. Not because it was bad or anything, but because I wasn't ready for Capaldi to go. But I've been enjoying Jodie Whittaker's Doctor a lot.
Yeah, I heard she's really good.
Yeah, she's great. I have a friend on Twitter that I talk to semi-regularly about Doctor Who, and before I started trying to catch up, he told me about the downfalls of Jodie Whittaker and everything, about how like the writing didn't fit her strong suits, like it didn't optimize her performance.
Yeah.
Or like her portrayal, and he was definitely wrong. Like she seems super underutilized. Like she kind of seems like she's getting off more of a similar vibe of other doctors that came shortly before her.
Right.
And it just kind of felt like it was written for anybody in that role, not her. But with what she was given, she's been doing fucking great. Like I've been a huge fan of her from the get go. So there was that at least. But I've been on my Doctor Who watch still. could go for another 1 or 2 weeks. But I've been doing that. Otherwise, I've just been rewatching stuff. Like shortly before we started the podcast, I rewatched Wakanda Forever.
Nice.
Which rewatching it actually moved it up on my list.
It's so good.
It is, and like it was high enough on my list. You know, I feel like it was about at the middle point, a little higher, but it moved it up quite a few spots for me. And I was kind of hoping to do that with Quantumania too, but then I realized that Quantumania wasn't on Disney Plus yet.
Wow.
I was kind of upset about that. I want to rewatch it. I fucking love Ant-Man, man.
Honestly, no matter what happens, people are gonna hate our list, no matter which list is the worst. I think what we should.
Oh yeah.
I think we should just say to the viewers, don't agree with our list. Just tell us your favorite MCU movie and just call it that. Don't tell us which list you like better.
Viewer discretion advised.
No. Call me out on my bullshit. I love it. Absolutely.
I do too. I love it when it's controversial and people can start ranting on, man, your list sucks, and all that stuff. I personally love these kind of people, honestly.
Come at me, bro.
Throwdown over my top 3 spots. I ain't worried about it. I'll also throw it down over my lowest 3 spot. No, don't pull punches. I don't really care. First of all, like these are our personal opinions.
Yes.
Like this isn't us saying this is the best. Like this is just our personal views on where they place in Earth. So I'm not too worried about people disagreeing with my list. I know people are going to hate my list. It's just a natural fact. Yeah, I'm not too worried about it.
And the best part is, we're gonna get to some more rants. We're gonna get to a fight.
Yeah, probably.
I know, Matthew, that you watched Twister again. I saw in the letterbox you gave 5 stars to Twister. So
it's only the 6th time I've watched it this year.
Yeah, how many times have you watched Twister? So many times.
This year, 6.
Like 5 months now.
6. Okay, 6. That's probably
an average of 1.2 rewatches per month.
Oh,
I'm calling Paul out. He's watched Scream 6 like 30 times now.
Really? Man, he loves it that much.
Crap. I mean, it's good. Like, I don't blame him.
Oh yeah, me neither. I love it too. It's great.
I mean, my numbers, I watched The Batman like 22 times last year. But like 30 times in 2 months, I couldn't do it.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't be able to. There are a few movies that I love that much.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm going to watch the Super Mario Brothers movie multiple times. Don't be surprised if I tell you I watch it 7, 8, 9 times because I do love it that much. You know that by now.
Yeah, I still haven't watched it.
I thought so.
The only movie I watched that much when it first came out, like on Blu-ray, was Wonder Woman. I'd probably watched it like once a day for like a month and a half.
Well, I watched the 31 days? No, it was like 26 because it came out like August 5th or something like that. The only movie that I watched that many times in 1 month was James Gunn's Suicide Squad.
Okay.
There you go. It is great.
I fucking loved his Suicide Squad. It was so good.
I do too. I'm just excited for James Gunn's in the future when we get some DC projects coming out in theaters and TV shows. I'm so pumped for that.
Yeah. It'll be nice to have a more unified DC universe.
Any other movies, Matthew, that you watched?
Well, are you done, Dylan?
Yeah, no, I'm done. I just rewatched stuff. Nothing new for me other than Doctor Who.
Yeah, I rewatched Insomnia, old school Christopher Nolan.
I love that one.
And then Nightmare on Elm Street 3, Dream Warriors. Because I'm working, I want to have it done by the end of the year. But I'm rewatching stuff that I'd consider, it's not official. I'm doing my top 100 movies of all time.
Okay.
And I'm doing that before the end of the year.
Oh, God.
So I'm rewatching certain things that I loved before. I want to make sure I still love them.
Oh, boy. I couldn't do a top 100. I couldn't do it.
I've got like 43 I've got like 43 on my thing already. They're out of order, but I've got like 43 in the list right now.
Okay.
And the qualifications are I have to have seen it at least 10 times, and it has to be at least 2 years old. Unless I've seen it more than 20 times in the last 2 years.
Okay.
So obviously the only new movie in the last 2 years is The Batman.
Yeah, right.
But other than that, I watched a bunch of short films on YouTube. Independent movies and independent short films. And a couple of... I realized I hadn't watched all the Alien series. There were 6 short films that they made for the 40th anniversary that are available on YouTube.
Okay.
So I watched all 6 of the Alien short films because obviously I love Alien. There was a short film called A Simple Robbery, which includes fourth wall breaking. It's very smartly written. It's a little 10-minute thriller.
I love fourth walls.
It's so good. There was a horror one called Curve. It's absolutely terrifying, and there's only one set piece. The whole movie takes place in one spot. It's a 9-minute short. And the whole thing takes place in one spot, and it's absolutely nerve-wracking.
Oh, boy.
It's like on this like ledge, and if she moves too much, she's trying to get off the ledge, but if she moves too much, she's going to fall into the pit.
Yeah, okay.
There was Moonstruck, which has the hashtag "Do Not Look at the Moon." It's another sci-fi horror. I watched a lot of sci-fi horror shorts. Sol 87, which is about a robot going missing on Mars, and first contact with alien life on Mars. The Mayflower, which was another sci-fi horror short. This one wasn't quite as good. I think my favorite outside of the alien ones, though, was Beacon. It's an animated sci-fi horror short.
Okay.
It's a guy crash lands on a alien planet. He thinks it's deserted. It's an ice planet, and he gets a beacon from another astronaut, and he goes to try to find the signal, and he uncovers that they're not alone on the planet.
Oh, okay.
It was really, really good. I was very impressed. It was the guy's first short film too. All he had up on his channel before that was like making the short film and like teasers and stuff.
Yeah.
So I was very impressed. So Beacon, I'd definitely check it out.
I'll tell you something that I recommend you to check out. It's made by Genndy Tartakovsky, and you might be familiar with his work with Dexter's Laboratory and Samurai Jack, but he also did the TV show Primal, which was a prehistoric animated...
I want to watch that, yeah.
It's so good. I love season 1. I still haven't watched season 2 yet, but I love season 1.
It's on my list.
But the show that he created that I got to check out called Unicorn Warriors Eternal. Seriously, that's the name of the title. And the animation in this TV show, holy cow, it is amazing. Every time you see a hand-drawn animated TV show that looks this so good, like movie quality good, that's how good Genndy Tartakovsky it really is when he does animation. He is incredible at what he does.
I forgot something then. I just mentioned it before we got on the podcast, but I forgot to actually mention it. I started watching the Apple TV show Silo.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Incredible cinematography. It's very high quality sci-fi. It's dystopian sci-fi. It features David Alawayo, I hope I'm not pronouncing that wrong, Will Patton, and Rebecca Ferguson. So that's some top-notch cast. And basically, everybody lives inside this giant silo, and if you go outside, supposedly you die. But Rebecca Ferguson discovers everything is not what it seems. Top-notch. There's 2 episodes out. I'm halfway through episode 2. They drop Fridays on Apple TV, but it's so good so far.
No, you still there?
Yeah, no, I am. I'm just sick.
Oh, that's okay. That's all right.
Awkward silence.
I'm sorry. I've been like blowing my nose every 3 seconds.
That's all right. But what he's actually saying is that there's definitely 2 shows you told me to check out, and that is the Genndy Tartakovsky project I told you about, and Matthew's recommendation too for a TV show. So.
Okay, what do you got, John?
Okay, time to give you my update on the Fast and Furious movies so far. Okay.
Is this update going to be fast or is it going to be furious?
Matthew, you're up to 68.
I should have known that was coming. Okay, so Dyllan and Matthew. Paul, we miss you. Please come back as soon as you can.
To quote Scream 6, who the F is Paul?
Dyllan and Matthew, you were right about Furious 7. I did love the action in that movie, but it was also very emotional. First of all, they did an excellent job with the death of Paul Walker and how they managed to finish the movie. That's tough. That's really tough for them to do that, to do a movie without Paul Walker. And the fact they were able to finish it, it's still pretty incredible. So definitely, as of this moment, my top 4 of my favorite Fast and Furious movies. So I love Furious 7 that much. It's really great. Really enjoy that. And then we get to the Fate and the Furious, and oh boy. Okay.
Did you watch all of them yet? Or do you still have 9 left?
I still got 2 more to go. Hobbs and Shaw and then F9.
Okay. Good luck.
Okay. Let me tell you this about the Fate and Furious, and this is why I'm glad that I'm going last in this one. This has got to be one of the stupidest Fast and Furious movies I have ever seen. There was raining cars Jason Statham was holding a baby when he was doing a gun shootout on the plane.
You ain't seen nothing yet.
No.
We're gonna go from here. I'll get to that in just a moment. But there was that. There was cars automatically driving all by itself. The plot where Dom is the villain makes absolute no sense whatsoever.
The car wasn't driving themselves. You got to call the Ghostbusters. The car is a ghost driving the car.
We don't know what happened. She just pressed a button. The car drove by itself without people touching the wheel.
It was the ghost doing it.
It was not. It was Charlie Theron that did that. But with that being said, as stupid as this movie was, I actually loved it. First of all, the movie's stupid. By far, it's the worst plot of the Fast and Furious movies. But at this moment, I didn't care. I was laughing. I was enjoying myself. I was loving the action for how incredibly stupid this was. I mean, all I decided was just go, get your brain cells out of your head and get your brains pretty much out of it because there's no plot. Just stick to the dumb action that you actually love. I try to hate this movie. I really tried to not like this movie, but I couldn't. I'm sorry. I couldn't hate Fate and the Furious. I couldn't do it. For some reason, I loved it for how stupid this movie was.
I will debate you about the concept of the plot being the stupidest plot we've got. I'll debate you about that one. Okay, so I definitely don't think that this was the best movie.
No, but it sure was fun though.
Saga. Yeah, no, it was fun. It was entertaining. So knowing me, it did its job. However, I will say that the plot of Tom having to turn against his friends and his family in order to save his family by blood. I think that that's one of the best plots that we've ever gotten. However,
okay,
I was not a big fan of the execution.
Okay.
Like, it didn't seem sold to me.
Right.
For some reason. I think that it was a great concept. Like, it was definitely far different from,
okay,
oh, we had to go pull this heist. You know, like, it was different from what they've done before.
Right.
Like, I think the last time that they had something that different was... Sorry. I think the last time that they had something that different was Tokyo Drift.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, that's 5 movies before. Like 4 wasn't directly about a heist, but it involved a heist, you know?
Right.
And this was just all about Dom. However, one of the downfalls of that movie for me was the fact that they were like, yeah, this is Dom's baby. Like, this Dom's newborn child. I'm sorry, how long has it been since Fast 5? Like, no way it's been 9 months. No fucking way. It had been a while. Like, that kid should be fucking walking. No way. Like, I don't believe it.
Maybe the first baby died and it's a new baby.
No, Matthew. No. Okay. That's an insult, dude.
The first baby maybe got ran over by a car.
Dude. Sorry.
Stop it.
You're going to lose viewers, Matthew.
Guys, please stop logging off, please. Please.
He's not violent, guys. Matthew is not that violent, okay?
I like the premise. That was like the biggest issue that I had. Which, I mean, it's one of those things where you have to suspend your disbelief, you know?
Oh, my sense of disbelief was pretty much gone after the 6th movie. I was just like, okay, whatever.
Well, I mean, just after the 5th one, you know, like they were towing like 2. What were they, like Mustangs? Is that right?
I don't remember.
Around?
Towing those bank vaults around.
Yeah. Like, no, like I don't believe that one. But
And actually, And actually, thank you
Oh,
for
go ahead.
thank you for bringing up Tokyo Drift, because I will admit the cameo in Furious 7 that got me in Tokyo Drift. That was good. I actually like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
Just wait for 9.
the one at the end of the one at the end of 9, I believe.
Okay.
Towards the end of 9.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
It's not at the end, it's towards the end.
Was it not the post-credit scene?
Oh, no, the one guy showed up, like, halfway through.
I wonder who that could be. Actually, Dyllan and Matthew already knows who it could actually be. I'm the only one that doesn't, because I've been starting this freaking thing ever since it started when I heard Fast 10 was coming out.
I can't say anything about it.
Okay, good.
But no, I'll fight you about that Jason Statham fighting on board that plane with the baby in hand scene. That was such a fucking good scene.
Oh no! I didn't say it was bad. That was a fantastic scene. That was
You
by.
said it was stupid.
Okay.
Make up your mind, John.
Okay, I said it was stupid in terms of car action point, and so many things that was absolutely just completely insane. That was by far was the most insane moment of the movie, and I say that in a good way. Jason Statham, he can kick, he can kick any patooties people, whatever he wants to do with a gun. He can do whatever he wants. He's a British spy, for heaven's sakes.
Yeah.
You've got to watch the Transporter movies now.
Well.
Watch Transporter, watch Crank.
Oh, no!
Watch Crank. No. Make that your priority. Watch Crank. The first one specifically.
Why is Matthew laughing?
Because he knows what I'm talking about. I think he knows the exact scene that I'm talking about, too.
You just got to watch it. We're not going to say anything. You just got to watch it.
Spoilers about it.
Honestly, I'm just amazed that I survived the 8 Fast and Furious movies. I don't know how I got Forsaken how I survived. I still don't know what to expect from Fast X. I still don't know.
Has it been a long day? It's been a long day.
Oh no, Matt!
Alright, you know what, Matthew? I didn't count one earlier. I'll count that one.
Yeah, that one.
Funny number.
That's not really an insult, but that actually is bad enough when that's a great song and you ruin it. So nice going, Matthew.
Thank you very much.
Oh. No, John, you get a break at least from between the regular Fast movies and their stupidity. You get a break.
With Hobbs and
watch
Shaw.
Hobbs and Shaw. Yeah, Hobbs and Shaw was fucking great through and through. Like it had some.
As of right now, it's my second favorite Fast and Furious movie. I do love Hobbs and Shaw.
You know, Hobbs and Shaw was great.
Yeah. I mean, anything in the movie that involves The Rock, that I'm definitely going to watch. Anything that involves The Rock.
Well, just a scene alone where they're like, I'm going to go through that door, you go through that door. He's like, no, that's my door, you get the other one. Just that scene alone is fucking phenomenal.
So anyway, not counting Fast X, I got 2 Fast and Furious movies to go. The movie that I'm expecting to pretty much love already, Hobbs and Shaw. And then we get to F9, which I'm thinking, come on, what could be more crazier than raining cars? Come on. There's no way it could be as stupid as that one. Like, come on.
No, it can't be.
Okay.
I enjoyed Fast 9, but it can't be.
Okay, all right. Because I know Cody Leach, from a YouTuber, he said that he thought that that's the one Fast and Furious movie that he considered terrible, and I was thinking, great, you got me excited, thanks. But we'll see how we go.
You ain't seen nothing yet.
Yeah, probably not. Probably
Yeah,
not.
for sure.
But yeah, for some reason, I'm enjoying the franchise, which is weird. I don't know how I'm enjoying it.
I've got to rewatch them over the next 2 weeks before we go see Fast 10.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
Well, you did see the first one.
Yeah.
We did watch the first one together. So
Yeah.
so at least you got 8 more to go.
Yep.
All right, now we can get to our main topic, the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 review. And
Wait.
huh?
Wait, we got a warning. Hello!
Spoilers.
This contains spoilers.
Yes, exactly. Hello.
I have to do the man test. Hello!
Okay, but anyway,
What a movie!
oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh man, that was phenomenal. I did something incredibly rare when we go see the big movie premiere. I never done this before. I usually see 2 different movies in one day. I went to see the same movie in one day. I never done that before. It was so rare for me. I went to see with Faith, my girlfriend, first because she loves the cast and she loved the Guardians movies. And then to see it on opening weekend, on opening night, whew, the crowd was packed, man. I tell ya, they were so ready for it.
It was. I feel like there were more people in for that than Quantumania.
There definitely was.
Absolutely.
We had a smaller screen for Quantumania too.
Yeah, and that was almost opening, right?
Yeah, we seen it the same night, the opening night. Guardians, they gave the big screen to. Quantumania, they didn't.
Well, I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense. Not as many people care about Quantumania.
Yeah, Ant-Man kind of shrank from a good number.
Shut up. You're up to 70 now.
I will never get to 70, but that's another conversation for another day.
I'm gonna give it another like 3 years, John.
I'll be up to 370. He'll be at 70.
Oh God!
Once I buy the spray gun, I'm gonna start deducting from the bank how many times I shoot you.
Oh no!
And
Violence is never the answer.
Up from like a little squirt gun, I'm gonna buy like a heavy duty like water gun.
That's fine. I like water. But anyway,
I've got a comment. I'm keeping it to myself.
yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, needless to say, I think we could all agree on one thing. As of right now, this might be the best film of 2023 so far.
Yeah, oh yeah.
It is.
Well, best Marvel, absolutely.
Yes.
No, best film.
I won't say that.
I guess
It bumped off Shazam for me.
Wait, Shazam was your number 1.
We went over this already. It was an episode.
I know. I totally forgot. I guess that's because it was totally insane.
Yeah, Cocaine Bear was 4, Scream was 3, John Wick was 2, Shazam was 1.
Okay.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. I can't remember insane takes like that.
Well, I know how much you love Creed 3. I know you had that at number 1.
Oh yeah, no, that's still at number 1. Scream 6, I believe, was my number 2. Scream 6 has been bumped down to 3 because of that.
Okay, so where would you rank Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 then in terms of 2023 rankings?
Number 2.
Okay, that's still pretty. That's still pretty good.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's only by like a margin too.
That's true. That's
I'm
true.
not saying it wasn't close for me.
Yeah.
Like, it's just Creed 3. I feel like Creed 3. It was like to put it quickly and simply. I feel like it was more like a love letter from Michael B. Jordan to the fan.
Okay, gotcha.
And while this definitely felt like it too, I think what happened was the fact that Creed 3 is smaller. I feel like every choice that they make during the movie was even more impactful.
Okay.
While with this, every single choice that they made was impactful. Like everything was purposeful and concise, and it was exactly how it should be.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
While I definitely feel that. Like Creed 3, like I said, it was smaller, so every impactful choice that was made was amplified by that. On top of the cinematography, I still fucking love the cinematography of Creed 3.
Yeah.
Like I feel like that was one of the major choices with me keeping it as number 1.
Okay.
I feel like the cinematography in this Guardians is definitely a huge step up though from the last 2.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh man, and the humor. Oh my gosh, I was laughing a lot in this movie. It was so great with the humor.
I feel like I should bring it up as kind of like a warning since this is a spoiler review. For people that watch it with kids, the animal scenes can be very, very intense. Like,
yes.
It is one of the darkest MCU movies.
Absolutely.
I don't want some parent going in there with their kid traumatized.
Right. Yeah, I definitely had a few moments where I was like, I almost want to like close my eyes.
Yeah, it was tough to watch.
Yeah.
Like,
but
on the drive back from watching the movie with you guys, I was like, I had to give more love to my partner's dog. Like, I
Yeah.
had to give more love to that animal. Like, it hit me hard.
Yeah, I was. I don't know if you guys noticed. I was definitely crying quite a few times during the movie.
oh, I saw you.
Yeah,
I saw you in
box of
tears.
tissues, too.
Huh?
I said you forgot your box of tissues.
Yeah, I know I did.
yeah. But let me just say though, Rocket's origin story, that was perfect.
It was beautiful, emotional, and heartfelt.
Man, that was so good. It made me so sad that his animal friends was pretty much dead when they actually showed that scene. And I heard the IGN review saying that that's why they couldn't give it a perfect score of 10 because they had to show the one thing where it's too cruel to watch and where the animal's killing. And I was just thinking, well, there's a reason why they did that. This is the final Guardians movie. They had to show something extremely emotional. They had no choice. They had to go high on the dark. I mean, it's not going to last forever.
Yeah.
I don't think it's the last Guardians movie, though. It's the last with that team, yes. I think someone else will continue it with Rocket.
With that one post-credit scene, which we'll come to it after we review the whole movie.
Yes.
But with that one post-credit scene, yeah, no, something else is in the works.
I also feel like this is the No Sleep Till Brooklyn scene's one of the best action scenes in the MCU.
Oh, for sure. I really wanted to talk about the scene. Holy crap! Like, that scene blew me away. I think that's the best action scene that we've gotten during this trilogy, and it's definitely one of the best action scenes that we've gotten in the entire MCU.
Yes, definitely.
Like, it was, James Gunn has this great thing where, like, everything may not be directly choreographed to the music the way that Edgar Wright does with his films. It may not have been choreographed to the music, but the music fully accents what he's doing.
Yes, it amplified the scene.
Yeah, absolutely. And it was just, that was one of the examples of the cinematography that pushed me over. It wasn't a one take, but it really felt like it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's what I was thinking to myself. I was just thinking when I watched this film the second time, I was just thinking, okay, this feels like this movie was all in one shot. And that's brilliance. That's brilliance of filmmaking.
Like with it amplifying the scene, like there was like the slow-mo shot of Rocket spinning with the guns in the air.
Yeah.
It was right during the no sleep. So it was kind of like a slower spot in the song while he's spinning through the air.
Yeah.
And as much as that song is overused in movies, it fit really well with the scene.
Well, I mean, again, like, that's James Gunn.
Yeah.
James Gunn, when he picks the music for his movies, first of all, he personally picks it.
Yes.
And not only does he personally pick it, but I believe that during his process of creating the movie, while he's writing it, he has an alternate playlist, like he did with the first Guardians movie. Like the first Guardians movie, one of the playlist that he listened to while he was writing it had like teenagers from My Chemical Romance.
Yeah.
So he doesn't write it with this stuff in mind, but as he
just broke up a lot.
He personally plans out every single shot himself.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. When he shot and does all the storyboards and everything, which he does himself, he does it to the music.
Yes.
Like he'll have like the lyrics and everything going through and stuff like that. So it's just like how carefully he plans out every single moment is amazing. So that's the reason all this reason why all of the actually, because it's planned so meticulously by him.
Yeah.
And I fucking love it. Like, it works so well. He's such a talented filmmaker. It blows my mind every time.
And can I say, the baby raccoons were so cute. They were so adorable. I almost cried when Rocket was grabbing all of the raccoons. That almost got me teared up because I was thinking, this is so sweet.
He finally accepts that he is a raccoon.
Yeah.
Rocket raccoon.
Yeah. Wait, okay. As soon as you started grabbing them, I was like, I have a really bad feeling. something's gonna fucking happen. Like he's gonna turn around, High Evolution's gonna be there, and I'm genuinely worried about these little baby raccoons now.
Oh,
and
yeah,
sure
I
as
know.
fucking hell, he turned around and he was there. I was like, oh god. I was like, don't let this guy be so fucking cold-hearted, please. Like he's fucking cold-hearted enough as it is. Just leave it at that, please.
And I also want to say also the villain. I personally think that the villain was amazing in this movie.
He's definitely one of the top MCU villains.
Oh, for sure. I feel like there are a few like MCU villains that go as hard as High Evolutionary did.
Because usually you end up feeling some kind of remorse for them.
Yeah.
You don't give a
there
crap
was
what happens to
redeeming side
him.
of This guy, yeah. Like I feel like the only part where you're like, oh, was where he was like kind of cradling Rocket as Rocket was doing all those equations on that board.
Yeah.
That was the only bit I think where you felt anything for him that wasn't just fuck this guy.
Yeah.
I hope he gets what's fucking coming to him.
Yeah. But
It will.
crap, I forgot what I was gonna say.
Can we talk about Adam Warlock?
I feel like it was underutilized.
Oh yeah, that's what I feel too. He was great for what he was. I just part of me, and this kind of goes into like the not as positive thoughts of this movie, which I have very few. I feel I really wanted Adam Warlock to be a bigger part. And like what we got was great. I feel like if there would have been much more Adam Warlock than we got, it would have been less of a Guardians movie, and it would have been less of a Rocket the Raccoon movie. I definitely feel like it would have detracted a bit from that, but I feel like a little bit more would have worked. Like,
Yeah,
I don't think it would have been too much.
I just feel like with the redemption arc we got at the end with him saving Star-Lord, there wasn't much to redeem him for. He got belittled and stuff by High Evolutionary and his mother, and he was just trying to please them. Like, he wasn't actually bad, really.
Yeah.
It's just him getting belittled and trying to do stuff to please people the whole movie. And he was only in, like, probably 8 minutes.
Yeah. I just feel like...
The trailers brought him out to be a lot more.
Yeah. If there was ever, like, a point where I feel like Adam Warlock should have been there, was during the final SmackDown. Which with what we got, I'm glad that there wasn't. You know, the bit where Group saved him and everything, and and when he was like, well, why? He was like, I tried to kill you. And Group was like, well, because everybody deserves a second chance.
Yes.
Like, I don't think that would have hit as hard as it did if he would have been there for the final SmackDown. Like, it wouldn't have made as much sense or anything like that. Because then they would have had to have Adam Warlock get hurt again for them to deliver that line and all that.
Sorry.
I don't know. I feel like Adam Warlock having the child mentality that he did, it would have been a nice payoff for him to at least land a fucking hit on the guy that killed his mom, quote unquote.
Yeah.
Like I feel like it would have been good for him, but you know, I feel like the way that he was utilized was pretty good. I wish that we would have gotten some more, which we'll end up getting more.
Definitely.
And I'm really eager for that. I don't know. I was really looking forward to him being in this movie, and for him, like you said, being in it for maybe 8 minutes. Oh, yeah. I want more.
Speaking of underutilized, or not underutilized, of hard hitting, what about that Groot scene where he said, "I love you guys"?
That blew my fucking mind.
I really do think, and I could be wrong, I personally think that was improvised. I bet that was not in the script, and he decided to say, "I love you guys." And if that was improvised, that's perfect.
I feel like if he's been around the Guardians so long, he's actually learned their language.
Yeah, that's what I think too. I definitely think that it was probably more Vin Diesel's idea than James Gunn's.
Yes.
For him to say that, I definitely think that.
That would make sense.
Yeah,
as long as he doesn't mention it's all about family.
Don't just wait for the next movie. He's gonna say, "You guys are my family."
Probably.
Yeah.
I love my family.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that wasn't the line. I love my family.
To be kind of made a family reference in Infinity War, so...
True.
I actually forgot about that, actually. But when I saw that, I was just thinking, for once, he didn't say I am Groot. He actually spoke in their language. I mean, seriously, that really blew my mind. I was just thinking, whoa!
My mouth just dropped.
I saw you, and so did the crowd. They were like, I heard the crowd background and just thinking, okay, that's pretty awesome.
Well, that brings him up to what, like 7 words of the English vocabulary now?
Probably, yeah.
Because there was I Am Groot, then we got We Are Groot at the very end of Guardian.
Yes.
And then Love You Guys brings us up to 7, I think. Unless I'm missing something. But
I love you guys, he said.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he already knew I, so...
Oh, true, yeah. Sorry, yeah.
I think he's at 7 now. When we see him in Secret Wars, he's gonna fully know English.
He's gonna be up to 10 words.
Yeah. Him and Adam Warlock are gonna do like classes between each other in the meantime.
Yeah, but let's get to one more thing, and that is the dog. I love the dog.
Cosmo, yeah.
Cosmos is the real MVP of the movie.
Cosmos, yes. And when Cosmo started...
Huh?
Go ahead.
When Cosmo started talking, and he actually said to Cosmos, "You're a bad dog," and then she went like this, like, "You call me a bad dog?" That was hilarious.
And then the whole movie, she's trying to get him to call him a good dog.
Yeah.
That was great.
Well, she got it at the end, you know.
You don't really mean I'm a bad dog. And then she gave him the puppy eyes. Cosmo is so adorable.
Absolutely.
For real.
I love dogs in general, and I hope in the future that maybe Cosmos will get her own spin-off TV show. I want to see that.
That'd be cool. I definitely think that we need to get more Cosmo in the MCU. I'm sure we will.
Which, speaking of spin-off TV show, the credit scene, when it said legendary Star-Lord will return.
Yeah.
I want to see it. I know that people are thinking they want to see it in the movie. I'd be on board for a Star Wars TV show. I'd be on board with that.
No, for sure.
I feel like he's joining the Avengers.
He could. Okay.
I'd be on board with that.
I don't think we're seeing him anytime soon. And with them wanting to slow down shows with the MCU, it might be a while before we see it. But King Dynasty, is that the next Avengers movie?
Yes. I'm sure the Guardians will be in that anyway.
Well, yeah, probably. Well, I would definitely prefer a show. First of all, I like Chris Pratt.
Me too. Which you already know.
We know you're in love with him.
Matthew, shut up.
One of the 40.
You're in 50?
Oh.
That's never going to get old.
It's not.
Oh, boy.
The reaction every time is priceless.
Just like Fast and Furious, I give up. I give up.
Well, after 50, I would hope so.
Oh, God. I should have known I was going to get picked on tonight.
They have this every episode.
Oh, I know. And the reason why you picked on me because you guys love me. I get it.
Just wait for the 30th roast-anniversary episode.
Oh, I know. It's going to be recorded on December 19th, which is going to be on a Tuesday, and that will be one day for my birthday. So, yeah.
It's a roast fest after all.
Oh, man. I am so not looking forward to that.
But, no, I love Chris Pratt. But I especially love Chris Pratt as Star-Lord. Like, that was the best casting choice by far.
Absolutely.
Without a doubt.
And I've always loved his Star-Lord. So I'm eager to see him again. And the fact that he didn't say that he was permanently done, like in universe, the fact that he didn't say that he was permanently done, but that he just needed to take a break. Which, with his grandfather being like 90, it's not gonna take too long where his grandpa's still alive.
Oh,
I'm just gonna be honest.
I know.
Well, I kind of feel like once his grandpa is gone, unless he has some other family, I think he'll be back to some capacity. He may not join back up with the Guardians immediately, but I think he'll come back eventually.
By the way, the I'm not 50, that was funny. That was hilarious. When he was talking about people can die at 50, and then I forgot the girl's character's name, not Gamora, the other
Mantis.
Yeah. So when she said, "Are you gonna die?" and he said, "I'm not 50." That was hilarious, and I was just thinking, yeah, dude, you don't even look 50, and even if you are 50, you would look good. So
it was better than the Bowflex joke from Infinity War.
I like that one though.
Yeah.
But overall, what would we give it?
5 stars.
Yeah, 5 stars for me too. It's out of 10. Loved it.
10 out of 10. Oh, for fucking sure. I fucking loved it.
Yeah, that'd be by far.
Great.
That'd be by far. It's gonna be my potential to make it like maybe as better as the original. But I need to watch it a few more times.
I don't pre-order movies often. I am pre-ordering this.
Yeah.
I definitely need to do that too.
So before we jump into our rankings, you got something else, Dylan?
Yeah, I actually had one piece of news that I forgot to mention earlier.
Okay.
Or news, quote unquote.
Okay.
It's currently a rumor. As far as I'm aware, it hasn't actually been confirmed. But I think that there's this leak account that leaks MCU news, and they're pretty reliable. And they recently said they were talking about Fantastic Four casting.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I forget who they said had been offered the role of Johnny, but they said that Margot Robbie had been offered Invisible Woman and Adam Driver had been offered Reed Richards, and that apparently, and again this is a rumor, it's not confirmed as far as I'm aware, apparently Adam Driver has accepted the role as Reed Richards.
Yes, I've seen that too.
That would be amazing.
I also heard Samara Weaving was offered the role as Invisible Woman too.
Yeah, I would prefer that casting in all honesty.
Yeah, let Margot stay as Harley.
I love Adam Driver. I fucking love him. Everything that he does, I think he's great. Like,
Absolutely.
He's a pretty classically trained actor, and he just does a great job at every role he does. So I think if this ends up being real, like if he ends up actually being Mr. Fantastic, I think he's going to do a great job.
Yes.
Fantastic even. I'll add one thing. I think he'll do great. However, that makes me at 9. However, I definitely would have preferred somebody else. So like I was campaigning for John Krasinski.
Yeah, he would have been good.
And yeah,
well, he is good.
Great for what we got.
Yeah.
And I'm bummed that we're probably never going to get him again. Which we could, Secret Wars, and there's supposed to be a post-credit scene for Multiverse of Madness where he was watching from the Fantastic Four's tower. Hold on. He was watching from the Baxter Building the footage of everything that happened at the Illuminati HQ.
Okay.
So he was supposed to survive in 838.
Yeah.
So we could eventually see him in Secret Wars. Who knows? I mean, we were supposed to get Doctor Doom at the end of Wakanda Forever.
Right.
And, it's something was supposed to happen. So we could always get Krasinski back. I would have preferred somebody else as our main one, whether it's Krasinski or another one. The fan cast that I was super campaigning for was Riley Coley.
Okay. Yeah.
If you don't know who Riley Coley was, he was in iZombie.
Yeah, iZombie.
Haunting of Bly Manor, I believe. I haven't watched that one.
He was in an episode of Supergirl.
Yeah, he was in Supergirl. He was also in. Oh man, the one that I really liked. It was another Mike Flanagan project for Netflix. It was the one about vampires.
I don't know.
But that show was really good. He was super great in it. But personally, I would have been a huge fan of him being Reed Richards.
Yeah, that would have been really cool.
People were also suggesting Dev Patel,
Okay.
which he was in Green Knight, I believe. Something else. I can't remember. I haven't seen a whole lot of the stuff that he's been in.
Yeah.
People were like complaining for him. Personally, I would prefer one of them. You know, like I've been a Mr. Fantastic fan my entire life. Like he's one of the few superheroes that I've fucking loved my entire life. Up there with Nightcrawler and Flash. And anybody that knows Mr. Fantastic knows that he's not a built guy.
Right, yeah.
Like he's not huge.
And Adam Driver's like a Marine.
Yeah, no, he continues his Marine workout routine.
Right.
Like all you have to do is watch Rise of Skywalker, and you see how built he is.
Yes, definitely.
Granted, he put on more muscle for that movie, but like where he was in The Last Jedi is typically where he is. And that's just insane for Mr. Fantastic to see.
Right.
Because there's no way that he's going to go chameleon like Christian Bale or Chris Hemsworth. There's no way he's going to, where he's going to slim down.
Right, yeah.
First of all, it looked a little weird. Second of all, I just don't see him doing it.
No, I don't either.
I don't see him sacrificing his physical mass for the role. But Mr. Fantastic is a lean dude. Like he's toned. He's not jacked.
Right.
So that's the biggest downfall for me. And that's kind of the reason why I wanted Raul Coley. John Krasinski is a bigger guy, but he's not as jacked as Adam Driver. He's definitely more toned.
Yeah.
I would have preferred more of an actor that had a similar physique instead of absolute mountain of Adam Driver.
It's actually kind of worked out that you brought that up, because that's the last point I was going to get to before going into the rankings was Fancast. So
Okay.
after since Doom Patrol is ending and we're not getting Batgirl, since you brought up Fantastic Four, I'll do that first. I'd like to see Brendan Fraser as the Thing.
Okay, no, for sure. As a series fan cast, I would definitely ask for Brendan Fraser. I love Brendan Fraser as an actor. He's a great person too. I did have this utterly stupid and mostly a joke fan cast of Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Oh no!
I thought that it would have been fucking hilarious.
The Rock playing someone made out of rocks.
Moment. Yeah.
Honestly, I kind of want to see that, actually. That would have been funny.
Well, like, he could also deliver a good performance as it, you know?
That's so true, yeah.
Like, I feel like he's such a physical actor. To push him into a role like that where, yeah, he could be like the stand-in, but he would primarily be doing voice work.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like that's such a different thing than what he's normally used to.
It is.
I feel like that would also help test his mettle as an actor.
Because he typically plays the same character in every movie.
Right. Like, there's that meme that goes around where it's like, oh yeah, these are all from 4 different movies, and it's him wearing the same fucking thing with the same exact expression on his face.
Yep.
Like it's like the beige khaki shirt with the cargo pants.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, he definitely is typecast. Excuse me. He's definitely typecasted, and I just feel like this would give him something different.
It would.
But as a 100% serious fan cast, I am super on board with Brendan Fraser. I'm down for Brendan Fraser to be casted as anything.
Yeah.
I am doing, and I approve this message.
Yeah, no, seriously. I love Brendan Fraser. My goal is to meet him one day.
That would be amazing.
He's definitely a role model for me.
Let's make that a goal. Get Brendan Fraser on the podcast.
Dude, I wish.
He's from Indiana.
I know, and I feel like we would stand an okay chance. But I don't think that I'd be able to be there for that episode. I would be completely starstruck. Like,
I'm assuming it would be a call-in, so.
Yeah, I know. But like, even just being a call-in, I wouldn't be able to say anything. if he just like calling in Tom Welling. if we were to be able to get Tom Welling on the podcast, I would not be able to be there. I'd have to watch the episode and then kick myself in the ass later. Like I wouldn't be able to say anything. Like every time that I would talk, I would just stutter.
Dylan, you have to at least try to be there for the celebrity guest. That's how podcast works.
I know. I feel like nobody wants to listen to me just be like, so do you,
I was like that when I
supposed to say that.
I was like that when I met Zoom even.
I don't know if I'd be able to. Man. I would kick myself in the ass if I didn't, but at the same time, I would be so anxious. I'd probably have to be high before I talk to him. Like my anxiety would have to be brought down so much to be on an episode with them.
And speaking of kicking yourself in the butt, let's get this ranking started, shall we?
Well, I had one more thing with the fan cast.
Okay.
Yeah. James Gunn said at least one Guardians member will be in Superman Legacy. One of the actors. Who do you think will play what role?
Dave Bautista.
Who would he play though?
No. I would not see him as Superman. No, he doesn't have many hairs, and he's also too muscled to play a Superman.
Superman's supposed to be muscles. He's pure muscle.
He's not supposed to be bald though.
Yeah, muscles. Like he's got a good physique going for Bane, but he also said that he doesn't want to do Bane. So
yeah.
I don't know. I liked a lot of the fan cast that you put in from JS Comic Art.
That's what I was gonna say. JS Comic Art. I don't know how to pronounce her last name. Her first name is Palm. The girl who plays Mantis. Her is Mercy Graves. I could definitely see that.
Yeah, no, for sure. I don't know. I feel like Nathan Fillion is definitely the one casting. Nathan Fillion is in every single thing that James Gunn does. And it's whether it's like a very small role, the way that he was the alien that was going to make love, quote unquote, Star-Lord in the first Guardians movie.
Oh God!
Whether it was that, or TDK, or in this one, he was the space cop, basically.
Yeah.
Nathan Fillion's gonna be in it, and that could easily be James Gunn saying that. But the fact that you said at least one, Nathan Fillion aside, I would be super on board with Bradley Cooper as Lex Luthor.
That would actually be really sick.
I'd like that because we don't see Bradley Cooper as a villain very often, if ever. I'm not sure if we ever got him as a villain.
He's usually more like his A-team role, like the ladies' man.
Yeah. So I feel like he could bring a certain kind of energy to Lex Luthor. It would be such a different role for him to play. Because he wouldn't be like how I'm spacing on his name.
Jesse Eisenberg?
Yeah, Jesse Eisenberg. He wouldn't be like Jesse Eisenberg's Lex.
I feel like
There's no way.
I feel like he'd be a mixture of John Cryer and Michael Rosenbaum.
Yeah. Like he would definitely be a super charismatic version of Lex. He would be a super charismatic version of Lex. But it's just like we don't see him do darker roles really. So I feel like to let him kind of loose on that would be insane. Honestly, I'd love to see that out of anything else.
He might be the most comic accurate Lex, too. Because Lex does have a huge ego. And with Bradley Cooper being charismatic as it is, like, I'm right and I know I'm right.
Right.
And I just feel like Gene Hackman wasn't that threatening.
Yeah.
I feel like
that's true.
I feel like Bradley Cooper could play the I'm great and I know it, but also be like more threatening, like Michael Rosenbaum or John Cryer.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe his wife is going to be in it.
Yes, obviously.
And I know that there are people that are like, oh, well, that's just because it's his wife, partially. I mean, it's the same kind of reason as like Nathan Fillion, you know. But I feel like he's going to find a good role for his wife to play.
I feel like she's going to stick with Amelia Harcourt.
I can see that. Okay.
They're just going to stick with the Amelia Harcourt role, I think.
Well, yeah, especially since he was saying that a lot of the Suicide Squad casting would carry over.
Yeah. Yeah, they're just going to find a reason to mention Argus in every movie so she can be on it.
Yeah, I could see that. Okay. Yeah, Argus and Lex Luthor would go hand in hand.
It would. Are we ready for the rankings?
Yeah.
I feel like I need to go first here because I usually get mad if any of you guys actually put this movie much lower than movies I actually love. So I need to go first on this one, if that's okay with you.
I'll go last. People are going to be super upset with mine.
Okay, here we go. All right. I'm not going to lie to you. This was a tough list because when you when I have watched at least 34 MCU movies, it's tough. It's tough to put a list like this.
Do you have your TV shows and movies mixed, or are they separate?
It'll be separate.
Okay.
Whenever I do watch all of the MCU TV shows, so I'll let you know, guys know. I did watch Moon Knight. Moon Knight was pretty great. But whenever I do like the MCU TV shows, I'll let you know which one I think is the best one.
Okay.
But for this one, I'm going to stick to the movies for this one. Okay, here we go. And I've got to feel we're going to have bloodbath for this one. Here we go. Number 34 on the rankings here. And I got to be honest, this actually is one of those MCU movies. This is where I was thinking I just didn't care for it this much. And that is Eternals. I try to like this movie. I really tried. I love the visuals. And I love the acting, but I just thought the plot was just not very good. I didn't like the plot twist of the good guy being the bad guy. I just didn't care for it that much. So maybe I'll watch it the second time, maybe I'll like it more. Coming in number 33, I'm pretty sure most people would have this movie higher, and that is Avengers Age of Ultron. Great movie, but the first one is still better, at least for me, which you'll see much higher on the list. So Avengers Age of Ultron, number 33. Number 32, just barely squeezing out that movie, which I'm pretty sure people are going to be mad that I have this movie ranked ahead of that film. Thor: Love and Thunder. Look, I don't hate the movie, and like I said, I personally think it's funny, so I'm just going to leave it at that. Number 31. Yeah. Number 31. I know some people are going to say this is not an MCU movie. No, it is an MCU movie, so it counts. The Incredible Hulk. It's very weird that it's from Universal, not from Disney, because they used to own the rights to the Hulk at the time. So this is one of the more dark sheep of the MCU movies, but I personally think it's underrated. I personally love that one.
Yeah, no, I'll agree with that.
Number 30, Black Widow. Years too late, honestly. Look, I do love Black Widow, but I can't remember anything that happened in Black Widow as much as I love the movie. So that's why I had to put this movie this low on the list. So, Black Widow at number 30. Number 29 is the movie that I don't think it deserves all the hate. Thor: The Dark World. I watched that movie at least 4 or 5 times. I personally think it's underrated. I personally love Thor: The Dark World. I personally love that one. So I personally gave it appreciation a lot more for that film, honestly. So I personally like that one. All right, number 28, Doctor Strange. Beautiful visuals, great acting, fantastic and everything. But I feel like that the next 27 of them is better than Doctor Strange, at least for me.
I can't sue for that one. No.
This is going to be very interesting after you're done.
Oh, boy. Okay. All right, number 27 is going to be Captain America: The First Avenger. Now, it used to be my least favorite MCU movie, even though I did give it, at the time, 4 out of 5 stars. But now that I watched the Captain America movies, it now moved up to 5 stars. So I personally love Captain America: The First Avenger. I personally like that one a lot. Number 26 is going to be Iron Man 2. I don't hate it. I love Iron Man 2. I personally think it's a great sequel, and I really enjoy it a lot. Now, here's why people are probably going to get mad that this actually is pretty higher than most people's rankings and say, this is the worst MCU movie ever. Number 25, Captain Marvel. Worst Marvel movie ever? Really? Really? It's either you have not watched a lot of movies, or you just want to go in and hate Brie Larson.
Yeah, it's the latter. It's the latter. I'm telling you now. Anybody that says that it's the worst Marvel movie, I'm sorry, I'm breaking your list for a second.
Yeah,
Anybody that says that it's the worst Marvel movie ever is fucking stupid.
exactly.
Just gonna fucking
They're
say it.
always saying this because of Brie Larson. That's the only reason why.
Yeah. It's because it's a female-led Marvel movie.
Yes.
That's the entire reason why people say it's the worst.
Yes.
Nah.
And the reason why I had this movie, and the reason why I had this high on the list is because I'm a '90s kid. I love the '90s references. I absolutely love it.
Yeah.
All right, number 24 is going to be Shang-Chi and the Ten Rings.
Oh.
Don't get me wrong. I love the movie. It's great. The action, the visuals is stunning. But like I said, it's a tough list when I have so many great movies that
I'm
really
about to come across this table.
Yeah, no, if I were there...
Oh, well, you're probably not going to like what I ranked ahead of that film then, because I got Ant-Man and the Wasp at number 23. Look, I love the Ant-Man movies. You know that. You know how much I love Ant-Man. I watched the Ant-Man movies more than I did with Shang-Chi. So, Ant-Man and the Wasp at number 23. Quantumania is number 22. I love both of these movies. So, I'm just gonna leave it at that. Okay, now from 21 to now look, from 21 to 1, I first think they are the best of the best for this one. So number 21, I wasn't thinking about going to put this on this list, but I decided, you know what, I'm going to put this on the list. Werewolf by Night. I really enjoyed it. It was very surprisingly a great special presentation. I love the black and white and the visuals. It's a great special presentation. I love Werewolf by Night. It was very smart. It was very smart too, huh?
I said I'm gonna keep my comments to myself until I number.
Okay.
I'm biting my lip.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, number 20, I have Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special at number 20. Don't give me that look, Matthew. I said I was getting to the good stuff, okay? It's not like I put it at last place, so don't get there yet. The Holiday Special, I love the Holiday Special. I'm going to watch it every Christmas. I love the Holiday Special. It's hilarious. Absolutely love it. Number 19, the film that did not deserve people disliking it, and that is Iron Man 3. Yes, I have this movie this high on the list. I love Iron Man 3. I personally think it's the best since the first one, but the first one you'll see pretty high on the list. Number 18, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. I know people were mad. About this movie, that it wasn't as cameo heavy as they wanted to be. But I personally think that everything about the movie was still phenomenal for what they actually did. And you would be confused if you didn't watch the WandaVision TV show. But since I watched it, I got the reference. I got it. I was able to understand the WandaVision reference. Don't give me that look, Matthew.
Dylan, it's a good thing you and Paul aren't here. Otherwise, we'd all be thrown down right now.
Yeah, no, dude, that physically pained me. My heart skipped a beat. Oh,
well, would you? Look. If you thought that being this low is painful, I have Black Panther, Wakanda Forever at number 17 on the list. Like I said, I love these movies, but like I said, the list is tough. Okay, these are the best of the best. Okay, I'm not hating on any of these. The crap is gone. Okay, I'm not crapping on any of these movies, but we can just all agree on one thing: Chadwick Boseman is definitely sadly missed for sure.
Yes.
And I wish that he was still alive. And he died way too soon. And I love the emotional tribute of Chadwick Boseman. He will forever be missed. Just a great movie to do it even after he was gone. So, love the movie. Number 16. And this was tough for me. 16 and 15 was pretty tough for me. I'm going to put Thor Ragnarok at number 16. Love the sequel, and it was absolutely hilarious, but I watched the original Thor a lot more times than Ragnarok, so I had this one at number 15 of the original Thor. Personally, I think it's underrated. I personally think that film does not get enough love, at least for me. It doesn't. All right,
this is the first one? The first Thor?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, number 14, and spoilers, Guardians of the Galaxy movies on this list, but which one? Because 3 of them are great. But which one comes in number 14? It's going to be Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Loved Volume 2. Hilarious. Love it. But when we get to Volume 3, which you'll see pretty high on the list, it shows you that the Guardians of the Galaxy still has a lot of A lot of potential, and they actually get a lot more hilarious as they go along.
This episode's gonna drive me to my Cadbury cream egg secret stash.
Oh dear. and number 13, which I'm pretty sure, Matthew, you have this movie low. But you know how much I love this movie. Ant-Man deserves love, Matthew. Ant-Man is hilarious. It is by far is the funniest MCU movie in these rankings. I love Ant-Man.
Just wait till you see where it is on my list.
Well, I'll be going and ranting to you then, and more than Dyllan, but we'll get to that in just a moment. Okay, number 12 on the list, Captain America: The Winter Soldier. This is how you make a sequel. I love the first Captain America, but this is how you make a sequel to the first Captain America, and you're giving me that stare face again, Matt. Jeez, Matthew, come on, give me a chance here before you cross paths, dude.
I don't know,
Just wait.
Your earlier takes, I feel like it's kind of deserved. I'm just gonna say.
Yeah, these are some crap takes.
Yeah, I thought I was a bad man.
But look, I love The Winter Soldier. Like I said, give me a pass here. It's tough to make a list when you have great MCU movies, okay? Give me a pass on this one.
No.
I don't know.
But I love The Winter Soldier, man. I love Captain America: The Winter Soldier. As much as I really enjoyed the first Captain America, I love the sequel to that one. Okay, now coming in at number 11, and of course, Spider-Man is my guy. So I have these movies this high on the list, which shouldn't surprise any of you that I have these Spider-Man movies up high on this list. So number 11 for me is Spider-Man: Homecoming. I remember being so excited for a new Spider-Man movie, and I thought that they did it so hilariously. And I love Spider-Man: Homecoming. I love that movie, and I thought that was the best Spider-Man movie until number 10, Spider-Man: Far From Home. That's what I thought. That was the best Spider-Man movie, even after Spider-Verse. Look, it's hard to make a movie that I can tell you which one is my favorite Spider-Man movie. I love all of them, including the Amazing Spider-Man movies, including number 2, even though I wasn't a fan of the Gwen Stacy dying. I quite didn't care for that.
That's part of the comic.
I don't care. The comic can go screw itself.
That's the source material.
I don't care. I don't like the ending. I'm sorry. I didn't like it. But
That's probably the worst take you've given this entire.
That almost invalidates him as a podcast host.
I fully support you defending Far From Home, and I fully support some of the love that you've given Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Thank you very much.
Man, nah. Screw the source material thing, nah. There are times where
I just don't like characters that I love dying.
That's gonna be a no for me, dog.
I cannot defend that one, man. There's a reason why you're not the superhero expert.
Thank you.
But anyway, I love Far From Home. For some reason, I heard one YouTuber actually said that it's bottom tier MCU movies. What the crap are you talking about? It's not that hard. Don't give me the yes, Matthew.
Wait, is he dissing Far From Home?
Yes, I am.
No.
We'll get to him in
Get out of here.
We'll get to him in a moment, Dyllan.
Yes, we will get to me in a moment when I tear apart your list.
Okay, I'm trying to get to number 9. I'm trying to get to number 9 through 1, please. Okay, number 9. The movie that started the MCU, the original Iron Man. Now, guys, be honest. Did you think we were going to get a cinematic universe after the first Iron Man came out? Let's be honest. I didn't think any of us was thinking, "Oh yeah, we're gonna get a cinematic universe."
I mean,
Yeah, I feel like after that post-credit scene, it was definitely expected.
Well, people thought it was not going to happen after the first Iron Man movie.
I knew something was going to happen. I just didn't realize it would be this big and still be going this strong.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
I thought that too. I don't know. Like Matthew said, something was going to happen. Didn't think it was going to be that big, but it was definitely expected that they would make something else.
And
they made their first movie not thinking that something else was going to happen, but they ended up doing the post-credit scene after, I believe.
Yes, they did. Yeah.
So obviously they thought something was going to happen too.
And I think we could all agree that Robert Downey Jr. best casting choice is Iron Man.
As Iron Man, yes.
Yeah, he was. He was absolutely awesome. Yeah, the Iron Man. That's a great way to start the MCU, and I remember loving it so much. So that's pretty great. So I love Iron Man at number 9. Number 8 is going to be Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Like I said, when I watch it a few more times, it's probably going to go much higher. But Volume 3, we pretty much gushed how much we love the film. Pretty magnificent, for that matter. Number 7 is going to be the original Avengers. I got a funny story. When I watched it the first time, for some reason, I didn't care for it. But then, when I watched it a few more times, I loved it every single time that I watched the MCU movies. I was so used to watching just the Batman and DC movies, and I wasn't into Marvel at the time. This was way before I met you guys. But after watching lots of Marvel movies, the Avengers is now becoming like my favorite comic book film like ever. I love the Avengers, and so now it's definitely top 10 in my favorite comic book movies. The Avengers is really that good. All right, now at number 6, the original Guardians of the Galaxy. For some reason, people thought it was not going to work. The original Guardians of the Galaxy. People not think it was going to work. But then people were surprised, and it turned to be a great comic book movie. So who knew that people were proved wrong after they saw the movie, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I love Guardians of the Galaxy. Number 5, I don't know why you gave me that look with the Winter Soldier, because you don't like Civil War, number 5? I love Captain America Civil War, okay? I remember being so excited for this movie, and I didn't think Spider-Man was going to be in the movie. They showed it in the trailer, but I was thinking, no, it's got to be misleading. They actually saw Spider-Man in the movie. And I watched that movie at least 3-4 times. I love Civil War.
That's it? That's all you've ever seen it? And you love it that much?
Okay. I saw it once at the theater, okay? And then when before Disney Plus, I watched it 2-3 more times.
But that's it in all that time?
I still remember how much I loved the film. It's this high, okay?
I've probably watched it 40 times.
Oh my!
I watch movies a lot. I don't.
But I love Civil War. I absolutely love Civil War. All right, now coming in at number 4 is going to be Black Panther, which people are going to say should not be nominated for Best Picture. Screw that. It was a comic book movie masterpiece. Okay?
It's Marvel's The Lion King.
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. But that's not a put down because
I know.
Because that actually what makes this movie so great. So I love the original Black Panther. I thought the original Black Panther at number 4. Number 3, Dylan, you'll be so happy that this movie is very high on your list. I'm pretty sure I had this one at number 1, but we'll get there in just a moment. Spider-Man No Way Home. You'll be happy that I had this one pretty high on the list. Seriously, man. Oh gosh, I can never forget being so excited to see all of the Spider-Man on the big screen. Man, the crowd reaction was so good. Oh man, they were so excited when Tobey Maguire showed up and Andrew Garfield showed up. That was such an awesome time. I still never forgot seeing it on I think it was around my birthday. That was so good. I loved it so much. And I'm pretty sure, Dylan, you agree with that too. It was that amazing of a movie.
No, I'll give my personal comments when I do my rank.
Okay, so now coming.
I'll wait.
Okay, so I got Spider-Man No Way Home. I mean, it has to be high in the top 3. It has to be a number 3. And coming in number 2, which I think you know, Matthew, by now, you know what number 1 is. Mm-hmm. But number 2 is Avengers Infinity War. Now, before I give you my take why I had this movie this high, when I did my rankings, I actually had Black Panther at number 2 and Infinity War at number 4 because I love Black Panther a little bit more. But with number 1 being Endgame, I started to appreciate Infinity War pretty much a lot. Now I went from thinking, why did they end it with that, to saying, oh, now I understand why they ended it. So I loved Infinity Wars now. That usually comes in pretty high for me at number 2. And then, of course, Avengers Endgame. Come on. Matthew, this is what happens when you want to go ahead and say that's not the best MCU movie. How can this not be the number 1 MCU film?
It's not.
For you, it's not.
Too much fan service, not enough good story.
Oh, good God. Yeah, and Dylan's like, nope. But Avengers, look, I knew it was going to be in last place, and I knew the Avengers Endgame was going to be number 1. I knew it was going to be number 1 for me. So, there you go. That is my list. Now, I'm Dyllan, I could be wrong. Jumping out of my chair for your rankings. I might jump out of a chair for Matthew's too. So here we go.
What a bunch of bad takes.
For
This
you.
is for real Rocky. Holy crap.
This is gonna be violent.
Thank God I'm not there.
You would have chokeslammed John already.
Oh, dude, for that Doctor Strange take, oh yeah. Like I said, started off real rocky.
I just gave praise to the movie, Dyllan.
Your little thing, nah, it would have been over. You would have gone through your entire list. Nah.
Do you want to go next, or do you want me to?
You go for it.
Oh boy.
No, you go for it.
Oh, this is
I feel like I'm
painful.
gonna be both of you on my list.
This is painful.
And I know Dyllan didn't see this, but he gave it thumbs down to Endgame.
Yeah, no, I know. He has some pretty bad takes about Endgame.
Really bad taste. I mean, out of all the opinions I have heard from you, Matthew, this could be the worst one. And I thought Josh's opinions on movies was bad.
Oh, just wait. It's gonna get better.
Oh no.
Matthew, your Endgame take was almost John Lovell. Almost.
Oh, just wait. It gets better. Trust me.
Oh no.
I'm adding the TV show seasons in.
Okay.
If I do not say season, it's because I don't think it's going to get a second season. I'm thinking it's a miniseries.
Okay.
At 41, She-Hulk season 1.
Okay.
It gets better. It gets better. Here we go again. At number 40, the first Ant-Man.
No, dude! No!
Come at me, bro.
No!
I won't like that as much. I definitely don't think that's deserved.
Oh, my fuck!
For everybody.
Number 39, the first Thor.
Oh, God!
38, Captain America, First Avenger.
Oh, boy, that's, well, I did say that was my least favorite, so I can't get mad at you. Go ahead.
37, Incredible Hulk.
Okay.
36, Iron Man 3.
Oh, God.
35, Thor the Dark World. 34, Eternals. 33, Homecoming.
What? What?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
You put Eternals higher than Ant-Man, and now you're putting Homecoming this low?
Matthew, this isn't our Spider-Man movie ranking.
Oh,
You know that.
oh, God. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's going to be in last place for Spider-Man movie ranking, too.
Oh, wow.
32, Captain Marvel.
Ugh.
31, Love and Thunder. 30, Age of Ultron. 29, Iron Man 2.
I'm surprised you actually like two better.
28, Far From Home.
No! Far From Home deserves far more love than it fucking currently gets. Anybody that says that it's the worst Spider-Man movie, which there are a lot of people that say it is, anybody that says that is fucking wrong.
Matthew,
No, Homecoming's the worst Spider-Man movie.
Matthew, I'm gonna kill you.
Come at me.
I would.
Oh, I
I
wish you were here in person, Dyllan. We would have. Oh, man.
27, Thor Ragnarok.
Thor. Oh my gosh.
26, Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Okay, well at least you liked it a little bit better than the first one.
25, WandaVision.
Oh man, I had.
Could you at least say when it gets better? That way I know that you're not just hating on it.
Huh?
Could you at least say when, like, you get to the point where you're like, no, this is pretty good. Like, John and I both have that, where we're like, okay, these first few we're not big fans of, but then it gets harder. Could you at least say that?
That'll be at 23.
No!
24, Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania.
You got him in the Wasp Quantumania 24.
This is where it starts getting better. 23, Loki Season 1.
Oh my gosh! Wow, I'm stunned. Okay.
22, Miss Marvel. 21, Doctor Strange. 20, Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Oh, I have this one pretty high. I love that TV show.
19, Guardians 2.
Okay.
18, Hawkeye.
Well, I mean, it could have been at the bottom, so I'm grateful for that.
17, Black Widow.
Whoa. Okay, so you remember this movie a lot more than I did.
It's a solid spy thriller.
Well, yes, it is.
Yeah, I'll say that.
Endgame 16.
Ah!
Sorry.
There is no way what you have in number one is better than Endgame, but we'll get to that.
Civil War 15.
Oh my fuck!
And yes, I'm raising my voice for the controversial take. Black Panther 14.
Oh my word!
Could have been lower, I guess.
Multiverse of Madness 13.
It's not better than Black Panther.
Moon Knight 12.
Okay.
Werewolf by Night 11. The Guardians Christmas Special 10.
Wow, he loves it that much.
Yes, I do. It was beautiful. Avengers number 9. Wakanda Forever number 8. Iron Man number 7.
Okay, so I had a 9.
Shang-Chi number 6.
Oh my, wow.
Yeah, good. Yeah, no. Shang-Chi deserves a...
Put some respect on that name.
Hey, I said I loved the movie, okay?
Infinity War number 5.
Infinity War number 5?
Yeah, Infinity War number 5.
Well, at least you had it high.
Guardians 3 number 4.
Whoa, okay.
Okay, yeah.
No Way Home number 3.
Okay, that's actually funny. I should have had that one at number 3.
Guardians 1 at number 2, which leaves Winter Soldier at number 1.
Whoa.
Wait, where was Age of Ultron?
Age of Ultron was like number 30. Yeah, number 30.
Okay.
Yeah, Winter Soldier number 1.
Okay.
I just said that I love the
It's a lot of
movies,
people's favorite.
Matthew. Jeez. But, okay. I will say this. I mean, YouTuber Cody Leash, he did say that this was his favorite MCU movie. The Winter
It's the
Soldier.
best.
Hey, I loved it too, but better than Endgame? No.
Yes, better than Endgame.
No, it's not. No.
I wouldn't say that.
No.
Endgame is pure fan service. If it wasn't for the fan service, it would be a crap movie.
No,
You said No
Matthew.
Way Home.
No. The story was absolutely
No Way Home, the story was actually good, though.
Yeah, well, the story was also good in Endgame. So,
Debatable.
it's not.
Oh boy.
It's not.
Well, maybe on second thought, Dylan, maybe your list could be better, but I could be wrong. Go ahead.
Well, okay. So I have the shows and specials in one list, and then the movies in the other. I've said it multiple times. I just can't really rank them the same because they're not really the same. So I'm gonna start with the MCU shows and specials.
Good. That's what I want to do too.
So coming in at number 9, Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Oh no.
I wasn't a huge fan of it. It was good. I liked it. I just, out of everything else we got, not as good. Number 8, Loki. Number 7, Moon Knight.
Oh!
Yeah, no, it's lower. Number 6, Ms. Marvel. Number 5, the Guardians Holiday Special.
It is great.
Number 4, She-Hulk.
Gross.
They're better than those other 4. I fucking love She-Hulk. You just hate fun.
It was
It
bad.
was fucking good, and I'm not gonna really say anything else about She-Hulk because it reveals things, and I'm good.
The writing is atrocious.
Shut the fuck up. it was good. Okay, it was fucking good.
It was painfully
I
bad.
have my criticisms about the finale because, okay, I understand the criticism of, okay, well, she just completely rewrote the end of the show. Yes, that was the fucking point. And, well, I'm upset that we still didn't get it, and that it didn't feel like as good a payoff as we could have gotten. I think that what we got was good. I think that She-Hulk definitely pointed out in universe and breaking the fourth wall a lot of issues. Okay? I think it was really fucking good, and a lot of people, especially younger audiences, deserve to see this fucking show. I'm not going to go into the reasons, because I feel like people should, be able to use critical thinking. Matthew, but She-Hulk number 4.
I do think critical of it.
Huh?
I do think critical of it.
Yeah, but not in a good way.
All right, what do you got at number 3?
Yeah, so the top 3 are hard for me. They kind of alternate a bit. Number 3 is Werewolf by Night. I've said before, I'm a huge original Universal Monsters fan. I fucking love that style. Everything they did for this felt great. The strobe effect where he actually transitions at the very end, fucking phenomenal.
It was.
The fact that the Ruby was like the only piece of color up until she sat down on the throne, amazing.
It was a masterpiece.
It was. I fucking loved it.
And I've got to.
It was really hard for me not to just put it at the top of my list because of those reasons.
I have to thank Marvel for that because of that special, my Funko Pop skyrocketed to my most expensive Funko Pop because of it.
Yeah. It just, it was so fucking good. Number 2, WandaVision.
There you go.
I'm a big Scarlet Witch fan. I've loved her since they introduced her, and WandaVision was everything that I wanted. I've wanted a Scarlet Witch focused project ever since we got her. Also, by the way, strongest Avenger. I don't care. Like that's just the fucking fact. She is the strongest fucking Avenger. She was the only fucking Avenger that made Thanos afraid.
That's true. I'll give you that.
Insane.
Yeah.
Because Captain Marvel didn't even make him afraid.
Exactly. He fucking headbutted her. How afraid is he of her to headbutt her, Like, no, he wasn't afraid of Captain Marvel. He wasn't afraid of Iron Man. He wasn't afraid of Hulk, Thor, none of them. Which, granted, why would he be afraid of Captain America? But
when Scarlet Witch came, he's like, oh crap.
Yeah, no. He was like, okay, I don't care if this kills my entire fucking army. Get this bitch away from me. Fuck this.
I still have.
He's like, I don't care about casualties. I want to be away from her. Take her away.
I still have great memories
That's how
of.
afraid he was.
I still have great memories of watching every single episode with my girlfriend Faith. That was tons of fun to watch it with her.
Yeah, it was. I every single week that a new episode dropped, I rewatched every single time. I would get home from work on the day that an episode would drop, and I would have watched the new episode at work. As soon as I got home, I would crash on the couch and watch all the episodes that had been released up to date.
Nice.
Like, I fucking loved it. And then that leads me to my number 1, Hawkeye.
Nice.
Which I feel like Hawkeye as a character is already pretty underappreciated.
Yes.
Because he can commonly be deduced to, oh, well, he's just a guy with bow and arrows. How special is he? Like, what does he really do? He's not impactful. This shows his impact. Which, granted, his impact story-wise was... It boils down to 2 things. It boils down to his effect on people who need somebody like that. Where they're like, oh, well, I can't be a hero because I don't have powers. I don't have magical things, like, I'm not special. He stands in for that audience. He stands in for those people who are like, how can I be a hero if I don't have all these other things? Like, how can I do it?
And Jeremy Renner embodied the character.
Absolutely. Like, he was fucking great.
I'm talking about, like, with the thing that happened, too.
Yeah, no, like, he's a good person.
Yes.
You can see Jeremy Renner app all you fucking want. He's a great person.
Yes.
Like, he really, truly is. He's just fucking great. Also, it gave us more Ronin content, which Ronin was the biggest part of Endgame for me, personally.
Yeah.
I fucking loved it. And like John said with the holiday special, I could rewatch this every single year at Christmas time.
Yep, I could do.
It's such a good Christmas special. Combine that with the vibes from Die Hard, fucking awesome. It was so good. Honestly, I think that out of all the other shows, this is the most underappreciated one.
Definitely.
I really don't see people talk about it all that often.
I love the fact we got Kate Bishop was so good too in it.
Right. Like, it just, I don't know, man. It was really solid. I loved it. I don't know. I really don't. Halloween is my favorite holiday.
Yeah.
However, between Halloween, Christmas has my favorite aesthetic.
Yes.
So I don't know. Like everything about the Hawkeye show, I fucking loved it. I really hope we get a season 2.
I do too.
I really, really, really hope that we get more Hawkeye. But yeah, that's my number one show / special. Right.
And now the beatdown begins on the movies. And I mean, come on, your list cannot be as bad as Matthew's. It can't be.
You mean as bad as yours?
Hey, shut up! Endgame is number 1, and you know it.
It is not.
It is.
If I was there, Matthew and I would have just fist bumped. All right. Starting off strong on my ranking, number 32, Iron Man 2.
Okay.
It's no secret. I've been pretty vocal about it anytime that Iron Man 2 has been brought up. I'm not a big fan of it. The best part of that movie, which isn't saying a whole lot in my opinion.
The Senate hearing?
Well, I mean, yeah, the Senate hearing was good, but the suit up for the Mark IV.
Okay.
That's by far the best in my opinion.
I love the Senate hearing. I'm no expert in prostitution. Of course not. You're a senator. Come on.
Right. Well, like, that was, in my opinion, that was Robert Downey Jr. at his peak as Iron Man.
Yes.
Like, I mean, that, like, not to say, like, he went downhill, but it's just, going forward, people commonly talk about Iron Man 2 as, for Robert Downey Jr.'s performance as Iron Man, aside from his death scene in Endgame.
It's just classic Iron Man.
It is. Like, that was before Iron Man got too complicated. That was before Iron Man got too involved in everybody else's story. Like, it's just, this was Iron Man being Iron Man purely, nothing else really.
Yes.
Like, it was good. I wasn't a big fan of Whiplash.
Yeah.
Like, it was good casting. It was good casting. The plot was okay, in my opinion.
Could have been handled a lot better, though.
Yeah. I don't know. But that's 32. Number 31 is Iron Man 3.
That's actually funny.
If it's not obvious, I'm not a major fan of Iron Man, nor am I of Thor. I don't know. Like, I know that I just said I'm a big fan of the Christmas aesthetic. And there are a lot of people that are like, well, Iron Man 3 is a Christmas movie, just like they do with Shazam. I don't know. That doesn't save it for me.
Shazam is more so, I think.
I would say so, yeah. It's just Iron Man 3. I don't know. I like the bait and switch with. I like the bait and switch that they had, where shit.
Mandarin.
Yeah, I'm. The mucus is invading my brain right now. I like the bait and switch with Mandarin. That was really cool. That, in my opinion, that was the best part of the movie. That was the best thing that they did. It was good. I liked it. Don Cheadle definitely put out his performance in this one. Not as much as Iron Man 2, but like I feel like this is also one of Don Cheadle's strongest points in the MCU. Yeah, it was. I don't know, 31 worthy for me. I don't know how else.
So far, I'm not mad. So far,
I don't have a lot of strong feelings about it, but I'm not super negative. 30 is the first Thor.
Oh no.
Yeah. I don't know. It's. I feel like out of all the original origin movies that we got, it's the weakest one.
Definitely.
In my opinion, it just like it works for what it was. I like Kenneth Branagh a lot, and I really wish that they would bring him back for another MCU project. Even though he's busy with the Roy movie. It was good for what it was. You know, like it introduced all these characters in this mythos, and it was good for that. But past that, I wasn't. and I'm not a big fan of Thor. I don't know. But number 29 is Incredible Hulk. Definitely underappreciated by far.
Absolutely.
It's one of the most underappreciated MCU movies that we've ever gotten.
Definitely.
A lot of people like to say that it's bad. And I guess to a degree, I could see it, especially leading up to the finale. I could see it. And I'm glad that they're bringing Tim Nelson back for the next Captain America movie. Sorry.
I heard Liv Tyler's coming back too.
Yeah, I heard that. It's exciting. I mean, I feel like Incredible Hulk on the entire MCU, out of the entire MCU, including the Netflix shows, I feel like Incredible Hulk had one of the biggest impacts. Like, obviously, out of everything, the first Avengers movie has the biggest impact.
Yes.
But Incredible Hulk is second. It's just it continually affects the universe. Every single time they mention something, they almost always mention about how Incredible Hulk touched down in what's the neighborhood? Oh no, where the final fight is. I'm spacing on the name.
Right.
It was good, and for Edward Norton to not return after this one for mixed reasons. I don't think we have anything that's actually definite. We've gotten something from Marvel Studios saying why he didn't come back. We've gotten something from Edward Norton why he didn't come back. Same for his management team. We've gotten all these different reasons. Nothing's actually definite why he didn't. I definitely think that he gave one hell of a performance as Bruce Banner. Like it was great. I don't know. It's just underappreciated.
I agree.
So moving on to number 28, I believe. No, 27. Wait. 28. Yeah. Okay. 28 is Dark World. Again, it's underappreciated. I definitely think that before Captain Marvel and all the bullshit hate that it got, Matthew. Before that, Thor: Dark World and Incredible Hulk were considered the worst Marvel movie. And while I don't think Thor: Dark World is as good as Incredible Hulk is, I did enjoy it a bit more. Personally, one reason being I like Christopher Eccleston. Obviously, I'm a Doctor Who fan. So I liked him. I liked how they ended up incorporating Jane into it more. And then on top of that, I liked the Loki moment in it. In my opinion, this was the second best performance we've gotten from Loki. It is fucking solid. The rage when everybody goes away, it was such a good performance. And honestly, just solid. Yeah. But moving on to moving on to number 27, the Avengers, the first one.
Oh no!
Yeah, this is where it starts really getting bad.
Oh no, Dyllan, no.
Okay. In my defense, this is the part that we get to where there's a gap between Dark World and Avengers. Okay? In my defense. Because I'm somebody that typically just really enjoys and really loves movies and stuff as a whole. It's hard for me to be more negative about it. So there's a gap between Dark World and Avengers.
Okay, I'll give you that. Okay.
There's a gap there. So it's not me being like, oh yeah, Avengers is the 6th worst movie. That's not me saying it. This sparked off every single thing afterward. Like, yeah, Iron Man started it, but Avengers really sparked it.
That's true.
Like, it fucking boosted it. First of all, this helped introduce Hawkeye. Hawkeye wasn't introduced in the first Thor, but we really didn't see a whole lot past that one scene. It did that. It made Loki more of a threat. it just I don't know. It's good. I just don't think that I'm a fan of Joss Whedon, which.
Oh yeah, the infamous movie that we will not mention.
Yeah. I'm not a big fan of Joss Whedon, I don't think, concerning his filmmaking. I'm not a big fan of him in total.
Gotcha.
As a person as well. But, Avengers is just 27th for me. I don't know. It wasn't as high as the other 26. Concerning number 26, it's the first Captain America.
Interesting. Okay.
It's good. I liked it a lot. I'm pretty sure that out of all the MCU movies, it's one of the ones I've watched the most. I have no idea how many times I've seen it, but it's one of the ones I've watched the most. It was good. I liked seeing Captain America on screen. I liked learning about all of the behind the scenes stuff with this movie. Like I remember sitting down with my brother and my dad after watching this movie, and anytime we watched something, we would watch the bonus features. But I never had as much fun watching bonus features with them as I did watching the bonus features for this movie.
Nice.
It's one of those memories that just sticks with me concerning the MCU. And it was good. I fucking love the suit that he wears. It's awesome.
Oh yeah.
Like, I mean, it's, I don't know. It's super tactical and everything. Like, it fully fits him. It feels completely in universe. It works great. I don't know. Moving on to number 25 is the first Iron Man.
Oh, no!
No.
I feel like this is the ranking that you guys are going to have the biggest issue with, as along with...
I still think Matthews is worse, but still.
Well, wait for number 24. The fact that number 24 is higher than the first Iron Man is crazy.
Uh-oh.
No, first Iron Man was just fucking great. Like, I mean, I don't know. The first Iron Man movie was the first movie I ever owned myself. The first Iron Man movie and the first quote unquote, is the only one we've gotten so far. Iron Man and Speed Racer were the first two movies I ever owned physically. Like, me, myself, not like my family owned it. It was mine. So it holds a special place in my heart for that, but otherwise it doesn't go as hard as all the other ones that we've gone. And honestly, it just barely scrapes by the first Captain America movie for me. And I think that's just because of Robert Downey Jr.'s performance. But moving on to 24 is Thor: Love and Thunder.
Oh, man!
I've got such a headache.
You thought this was better than Iron Man?
Yep.
Wow.
Okay.
Paul would kill you.
Oh, I've given my reasons before, and you guys have agreed with it. My reason is Love and Thunder would be lower on my list if I didn't realize it for the movie that it was. This movie was made as an 80s cliche movie. Like, it didn't just randomly happen. It didn't feel out of date because it just randomly fit together that way. No, it was purposefully designed that way. If you love 80s movies, you should love Love and Thunder. It is a fucking 80s movie through and through. The only parts that don't feel like an 80s movie are the parts with gore.
I'm going to be quoting Rita Repulsa a lot this next 20 whatever numbers.
It's just, I don't know, it was fucking great.
No.
Like, once I realized that it was the way it was, I was completely changed on it. Like, I don't know. Like I do partially feel ashamed for it being this high on my list.
You should.
Especially higher than Iron Man and
You should
Captain
definitely.
America, Avengers. I partially feel ashamed, but like the fact that I got to see it that way through certain means. The fact that I can see it that way, it just completely changed the movie for me. I don't know.
What do you have at 23 then?
So 23 is Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Okay, interesting.
It's the lowest of all the Ant-Man movies for me. Again,
Don't roll your eyes,
part where
Matthew.
it's harder for me. it was a good movie. One of the scenes that's the most iconic in the MCU for me, especially like when you get to underappreciated characters, is Wasp shrinking down during the kitchen fight, running along the edge of the knife.
That was great. I did love that.
Just that scene alone put it up there. Like, it's just fucking good. Lawrence Fishburne, great as always. It also gave us one of the most interesting villains that we've had, which was Ghost.
Yes.
Like, I really, really want her to come back, so I'm kind of upset that it's been rumored that she's been dropped from Thunderbolts.
I heard she's still in it.
I hope she is. I really do hope that it's just a stupid rumor and that they're wrong. Because she's a really interesting character. And I definitely think that them changing up her character for the MCU was a smart choice. It just makes her more compelling. And if we get more of her, I'm super excited for it. I think it was great. Honestly, I think a lot of the comedy in this one was some of the best comedy that we've gotten in the MCU. It was really good. Moving on to 22. Actually, I should probably do 22 and 21 back to back, because they are quite literally back to back. Number 22 and then 21, respectively, is Guardians of the Galaxy and Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
Whoa! What?
Yeah. Well, like I said, it's just this was the point where it got hard for me. It was really hard for me to rank things. So, like, almost everything else going up through the list was just...
Oh, and my list was not hard?
Well, you put Doctor Strange pretty fucking low in yours, so yeah. I don't want to hear it.
I can't do it. I'm breaking out the Cadbury cream egg.
Sorry.
I have 10 to last all year, and I'm breaking out one of them.
Well, it's like it's just gonna be you and me, buddy.
No, they're both really good. They're fucking phenomenal. I was praising James Gunn earlier. Just fucking brilliant. Like, I really loved them. The first Guardians of the Galaxy movie was definitely a risk on MCU's part, and it paid off super well. I love continuously learning more things about these movies. And I think that the casting was just perfect. Like, I thought it was great. Dave Bautista, fucking phenomenal.
He was.
To learn that this was one of, if not his first acting experiences on the big screen, holy shit, you can barely tell. Like, he was great. It introduced so many great characters. It introduced, it furthered the Thanos plotline. It was fucking awesome. I was such a big fan. And for Volume 2 to come out, Volume 2 was fucking phenomenal as well. The reason why Volume 2 is over the first one for me is because of Michael Rooker. Michael Rooker's performance in Volume 2 was even better.
He was great.
Yeah, and I fucking loved it. And I don't know, exploring Star-Lord more as a person and less as a character was a great choice in my opinion. Also, Kurt Russell, that's all I gotta say. Kurt Russell.
Yes.
I fucking love Kurt Russell. Kurt Russell's great.
That's the other thing about Fast and Furious 2. I like it when Kurt Russell was in the cast. I thought that was nice.
Yeah, no. If Kurt Russell touches a project, it's gold.
That's true.
It's just gold. Kurt Russell brings such a great energy. And for Kurt Russell to have been the villain, oh, dude.
I didn't see that coming.
Fucking awesome.
So far he has a Turtles pretty high. That I did.
Well, it's not much higher. I'll get to it.
I thought it coming that he was a villain because I read the comics.
Yeah, no.
Well,
I knew that he was going to be the villain.
I didn't. That's because I don't read comics, but I digress. Okay.
That's why you're not the superhero expert.
Hey, wait a second.
Yeah, get him. Matthew, you have to get you for me because I can't be there.
All right, what's on number 20?
Number 20 is Civil War.
What?
Yeah, it is. It just is.
Oh my word, Dylan! Oh, you're breaking my heart.
Well, okay, the entire reason why it's higher than it would be is because it introduced both Black Panther and Spider-Man. If it weren't for them introducing the two of them, it'd be below the first Avengers.
Ah, bro, come on.
I enjoyed it. I thought it was good for what it was.
Oh boy.
The storyline, and I feel like that's the reason why it's not higher. Which, granted, it's not like if they had to introduce more of the original line, like if they, which this was pretty similar to the original. It just had a lot of difference.
You were acting up. Can you tell us why you didn't love it as much as you actually did?
I don't know. I don't know. I feel like Robert Downey Jr. brought it down for me. Not criticizing his performance.
Oh boy.
But it was more the character. It was Iron Man.
Because maybe it's just a mid movie like Endgame.
Oh, will you shut up?
He was just being a fucking prick. He was being a big old baby.
Well,
Like, okay.
okay.
He loved his mom, and I understand why he would be so upset about how his parents were killed by Bucky. I get that. I do. However, it's one of those things where, like, you're the leader of the Avengers, and you're just getting upset about this? Like, you fully know exactly what Bucky went through, and this is why you're getting upset. Like, you understand that he was brainwashed. You understand that he didn't know what he was doing. You understand that he was just a fucking robot spy, basically, and an assassin. You understand that. You have fought Hydra. You understand that. But you're still fucking doing that. No.
I
know.
No. Wow.
That's the reason why it's lower for me. No.
What,
no. It's just, Iron Man was being a fucking baby the entire goddamn time. Like, nah.
Just get the 19, please.
19 is Eternals.
Oh my.
I'm enjoying watching John suffer.
You can't seriously say Charles is better than Civil War. Come on, dude.
My personal opinion, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It was a breath of fresh air.
Visually and the acting wise, yes, but I just didn't understand the plot to it. I personally think it was the MCU's worst writing. I'm sorry.
No, I don't. Like, hold on. Sorry.
Right.
I don't. It just the plot was fresh. The characters were fresh. It's the least connected to the rest of the MCU, which it just, while that's a con for a lot of people, that's a plus for me, because I feel like we've gotten so focused on talking about Captain America, Iron Man, Hulk, the rest of the Avengers. I feel like we've gotten so focused on relating it back to them that we kind of lose sight of what is it without them. Like, it's an entire universe, and we're just focusing on them. Like, no, there should be something else there. And while I did go into this with criticisms, which Eternals was the property that we've gotten so far that I was the least familiar with. Going into it, I was like, oh, okay, so it's basically just like Avengers led by Superman. Okay. Not a fan. I don't know. If I want to watch Superman, I'll just watch a Superman movie. I don't know. It just, Camille Nanjiani, fucking great. Gemma Chan,
Oh
great.
gosh.
Also has Salma Hayek. I'm not making any more comments about Salma Hayek, but it has Salma Hayek. Fucking love Salma Hayek. It was great. I don't know. I really like the costumes for it.
The costumes were great. That I will give it credit to. Visuals in the costume, they were great. Especially the fact that purple is my favorite color. I thought the purple costume was good.
Yeah, it just, I don't know. I feel like it was written pretty well. There are definitely criticisms, like people defend Druig, Barry Keegan's character. Pretty sure it was Druig. I criticize Druig. I'm one of those people that fucking just criticize him. Where people are like, okay, right, getting off topic a little bit. people like to compare Druid versus Scarlet Witch, where people like tanking on Scarlet Witch because Scarlet Witch has committed a lot of crimes and has been a bigger villain, but people still love her. And people compare her to Druid, who Druid held an entire civilization under his control and his watch for thousands of years. Like, no. Druid does not deserve all the fucking love that he gets. like, I still don't think that Druid thinks that what he did was wrong, you know? Scarlet Witch at least ended up being like, yeah, no, this is bad. I should not be fucking doing this. Like, I'm definitely the villain here. My bad, guys. I'm gonna kill myself over it. Kind of quite literally.
Yeah, looks like I'm going to have to watch the second time, then maybe I actually will understand it more.
You know, I encourage, out of all the movies of the MCU, I encourage watching Eternals more than all the others.
Okay.
I feel like it's one of those things where you have to grow to appreciate, and I watched it 4 or 5 times in the first 3 months of it being on Disney Plus, which isn't a whole lot, I guess. But it just, the more that I watched it, the more that I appreciated it. It's just one of those things that has to grow on you. You can't just watch it once and be like, oh, it was bad. You watch it a few more times, I don't think you're going to think it was as bad.
All right, so what do we have at number 18 then?
Number 18 is Age of Ultron.
Okay.
So, number 18 is Age of Ultron. I don't have a whole lot of defenses for it. I like Ultron and James Spader. I just think it was pretty solid and better than the first one in my opinion. Just not as good as the third or fourth.
Okay.
Number 17 is Black Widow. I was one of the people that was really waiting for Black Widow for the longest time. It was definitely overdue, and I think that if it had arrived earlier, it would have been higher on my list.
Okay.
It's just having it after Civil War. I don't know, or not Civil War. Having it after Endgame was kind of an issue for me.
Yeah, that was weird.
It would have been better if it would have been beforehand, but I digress. Number 16 is Winter Soldier.
Well,
I feel like Matthew would be giving me a death stare right now.
well, I had it 4 spots higher, so.
My poor head.
Well, Matthew, just wait for my number 15.
Uh-oh. Go ahead and say it.
Number 15 was Homecoming.
There you go.
No.
I liked Homecoming.
Why do you hate Homecoming, Matthew? Why?
It's a horrible movie.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
No, it's not. It's funny. It's hilarious.
It really isn't. Homecoming was great. I feel like, as far as MCU Spider-Man was concerned, this blended perfectly.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Like, he felt a lot more like a teenager than he did in the Raimi trilogy and in the Amazing Spider-Man movies. He just felt more Spider-Man to me. He was more neighborhood Spider-Man. It was great.
I'll correct myself.
So
I'll correct myself. It wasn't a bad movie. But it's definitely, even Spider-Man ranking, it's the lowest.
I could understand that. I could. I don't fully agree with it, but I could understand it.
Because there hasn't, we'll get into it another day, but there hasn't really been a bad Spider-Man movie.
That's true. Number 14 was Captain Marvel.
Wow.
I kind of, it's just, I like Brie Larson, first of all.
Me too.
I first discovered her with Scott Pilgrim.
Oh, you did? I need to watch that.
Yeah. It's really good. I highly recommend it.
I'll definitely watch it.
Edgar Wright, and Edgar Wright did amazing with Scott Pilgrim.
She'll be in Fast 10.
Just all around great casting. Hold on. Sorry. Captain Marvel was great. John hit it on the head with the 90s aesthetic. I definitely think that was a really smart choice. It was really good. I liked it a lot. Number 13 was the first Black Panther movie. I liked it. I just didn't like it as well as the other 12.
Okay.
I haven't mentioned yet. Like, it was good. Love Michael B. Jordan.
Yes.
Fucking great. It was good. I really liked it. I definitely understood some of the criticisms about Killmonger. I feel like all the messages that Killmonger was trying to present were pretty good for people to see. I'll leave it at that. Number 12 was the first Doctor Strange. I've always liked Doctor Strange. I've always liked the movie Doctor Strange. It's always been really solid for me. I like Benedict Cumberbatch a lot.
Yes, he's awesome.
Yeah, he was great.
And like the story about how he acted his way out of an active hostage situation in like Africa, I think.
Wait,
like
what?
He acted his way out of it and saved everybody because of it.
What?
Yeah, no, look it up. Look it up. Pirates took over him and like 11 other people or something like that. They took them hostage and were going to hold them for ransom. But he's so good of an actor that he successfully got his way out of it and then went and got help, and so nobody died.
That's awesome.
Yeah, look it up. I don't remember all the details. It's been a while since I read it. But that actually happened. So a lot of respect for Benedict Cumberbatch.
So there's two actual superheroes in the MCU, Benedict and Jeremy.
And Chadwick Boseman, yeah.
True, yeah, Chadwick.
It's just, Chadwick was a soldier. Yeah, that's where Doctor Strange is on my list. Number 11 was Quantumania.
Whoa! Wow!
Yeah.
And we haven't heard Ant-Man yet.
No, we haven't. No. Quantumania was just...
Because it deserves to be this high on the list, Matthew!
I have my criticisms of it, but one of the major reasons why it's so high is Paul Rudd's performance and Jonathan Majors' performance.
Yes.
Oops.
Yeah, oops.
I'm not going to talk about Jonathan Majors.
Yeah, we're not going to get to that. No, absolutely not.
This with that completely separate. Just his performance in the movie is what I'm going to focus on.
Yes.
It's just he brought such a great performance to this. He really did. Like he was the shining moment for Loki for me.
Yeah.
Like it's just he was so fucking great. He's such a good villain. He blew it out of the water. Paul Rudd, fucking great as always. I love Paul Rudd. It's just, I don't know. He was just great. I fucking loved it. Hold on. Just go back and watch a review if you want more of my personal feelings about it. I loved it. That's all I can really say.
I loved it too.
Number 10 was Thor Ragnarok. I feel like this one could definitely be lower on my list. But in my opinion, Taika Waititi. Taika Waititi. Like, he's great. Introduced Korg, fleshed out Hulk a lot more than he had been previously in a lot of the incarnations that he's been portrayed as. It also gave Thor more depth for me. Honestly, I feel like this was by far the strongest Thor movie that we've gotten.
That's true.
There's a lot of great things about it. All the action was great, the writing was great, the comedy was fucking phenomenal. I feel like it is a really good balance.
That's why I need to watch it a lot more, because I did love it when I saw it at the theaters.
Yeah, no, it's really good. It's another one of those ones that I recommend rewatching.
Absolutely.
Number 9 is Ant-Man.
There you go, buddy.
Ant-Man is another one of those characters that I love my entire life. During the original 2005 Marvel Legends line of action figures,
okay,
I had the first Hank Pym figure, and I just
his list is better.
Shut up.
I don't know. Just again, I fucking love Paul Rudd. Paul Rudd is one of the best casting decisions that they've made in the entire MCU. I
agree with you.
Go down swinging on that. It was just great. Wasn't a big fan of what they did with Yellow Jacket, but that came to pay off in Quantumania. So, moving on to number 8 is Wakanda Forever. I rewatched it earlier today. I'm pretty sure Wakanda Forever was actually between Quantumania and Doctor Strange for me originally.
Okay.
Hold on.
It's funny.
I'm pretty sure.
It's funny because me and John had No Way Home at the same spot, and me and you have Wakanda Forever at the same spot.
Well, I mean, it's good.
Yeah, it is.
I liked it a lot. I liked it a lot, and rewatching it made me appreciate it more. So it bumped it up a few spots. Also, Angela Bassett deserved the fucking
Yes.
She deserved the award for Best Actress every fucking time.
She should have got that Best Actress, yes.
Yeah, I agree.
Best Supporting Actress. She fucking deserved it every time. I'm sorry, Jamie Lee Curtis. You're fucking great in what you did in Everywhere, Everything Everywhere All at Once. You're great, especially during the more emotional scenes. Angela Bassett fucking deserved it.
Yeah,
every
she did.
time.
Yeah.
Angela Bassett needs that fucking Oscar. Jamie Lee Curtis needs to fucking give it over. I don't care.
Wow.
Fucking great. I cannot wait for us to get more Letitia Wright's Black Panther. I cannot wait to get more Tenoch Huerta's. Sorry. Get more of his Namor.
Yes.
I just fucking loved it. Also, I really like the changes that they did to Namor.
Yes.
It was good. It was a great change in my opinion. Moving on to number 7 is Infinity War.
Wow, that's pretty low.
Yeah, no. Well, Endgame's higher. Hold on.
Well, there you go. Will you stop with the thumbs down, Matthew?
Matthew, you need to quit it, man. You really need to. And Infinity War was 10 years leading up. 10 years. 10 years of lead up.
Yeah.
Infinity War.
Infinity War is great.
Infinity War was a great culminating event.
Yes.
Not as good as Endgame.
Thank you.
Number 6, Far From Home. I said it before, I'll say it again.
Yeah!
It does not deserve any of the fucking hate that it gets. Honestly, it's a fucking great Spider-Man movie.
Yes, it is.
And concerning the Spider-Man trilogy...
Dylan, he's doing the thumbs down again.
Shut up, Matthew. Get out of here. You just don't appreciate fun. It was great. I also really... I'm pretty sure that I talked about it before, about how people were fucking stupid concerning Mysterio. But I liked watching people be fucking stupid leading up to Far From Home coming out.
Well,
he's a good
Because
guy.
they were like, oh my gosh, this introduces the multiverse. This is insane. Like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that Mysterio is going to be from there. Like, obviously he's the villain, but like, are you kidding me? Like, do you not?
but Jake Gyllenhaal, he was phenomenal in that movie.
You know, he was awesome. And
I
like, I heard that on the set, he was super supporting of everybody else.
I've seen a lot of people on Facebook actually think he was a hero. It's like, you idiot.
Yeah, no. A lot of people thought that he wasn't going to be the bad guy. A lot of people thought that he was from the multiverse.
I was one of them.
Like, a lot of people were like completely sold on it. Like, so never read a Spider-Man comic in your life. Like, none of you have ever heard this character before, have you? And there are a lot of people that
That have not read comic books.
Adaptation.
Like John.
Yeah, John.
You criticize Endgame and make it low on the list, Matthew. So don't talk. Never mind, Dylan. Voice.
It was really good. Honestly, it's hard. This is one of the ones for me where I feel like Spider-Man Far From Home would have been a lot higher if it weren't for my final 5. My top 5, or with number 5, is Shang-Chi. I cannot praise Shang-Chi enough.
Uh-huh.
A lot of the soundtracks throughout the MCU have been kind of...
I didn't say I hate the movie.
Yeah, you just didn't really like it.
Exactly.
Like I said, it was tough for me, Dylan. I'm just saying.
We finally got proper Mandarin.
Yes.
Like, it was... We've been waiting for that since Iron Man 3 came out. Also, Simu Liu fucking killed it. He was fucking great. He was definitely the shining performance out of everything.
And that movie overall has the best fight scenes in the MCU.
Oh, for fucking sure. Like, the bus fight scene's super creative.
Yeah, that was great. I love the bus. I love the bus fight scene. That was great.
Yeah, I really loved it. I loved it so much that I read a full, like, 40-tweet breakdown of the bus fight from the perspective of the actual bus driver.
40 tweets, wow.
Yeah. It was long. But it was great. The fight scenes were awesome. The soundtrack was great. Simu Liu was great. Also, we got Trevor back, which is awesome. I hope that we get more Trevor in the future. I also really just loved all of the... I really loved all of the designs in it. I loved all the visuals.
Yes.
I really love the visuals. And I know that a lot of people are like, oh, well, it gets really dark and gray at the very end. How can you like this? It's that way on purpose.
Exactly.
Because the accent are supposed to be the rings.
Absolutely.
Like, you don't know anything. I'm saying this as somebody who's not an authority concerning color balance. If you watch that and you're like, oh, well, it just wasn't, it was super gray there at the end, and that makes it bad because those are bad visuals. You know nothing about color balance when it comes to cinema. I'm just gonna fucking say it.
Yeah.
Don't fucking act as if you do. I don't act as if I do. I don't. But at least I know that was the point. The rings were supposed to be the punch color in that scene. If everything else had color, as much color in that scene, then it wouldn't have been as visually stunning.
Right.
It would have taken away from the rings.
It would have been. Like, the rings were the main focal point of it, aside from the fight between father and son. Those were the focal point.
Yeah. All right, so what do you have at number 4 on the list?
At number 4 is Endgame.
Not number what? Wow. Now,
number
Matthew, you had it at number 16.
Yes, I know it.
Dyllan's is better because it's higher. It deserves to be high, but I'm surprised that it's not number 1.
Well, you know what my number 1 is.
Well, yes, that's true. Yes, I actually thought it would make it at least top 2.
Well, no. The top 3 again were really hard for me.
Okay.
Because the first and third one were because of enjoyment. The second one was because it was fucking great. In my opinion, the second one was the best MCU movie that we've gotten. And even then, for me saying that, it's by a hair. But Endgame was just great. I don't care if Matthew says that it was all fan service. It wasn't.
He's doing a thumbs down again.
It made sense. It made perfect sense. Like, it narratively, it worked well. Visually, it worked well.
Yes.
Like, it was great. Not only that, but it sent off so many fucking characters where their stories could have ended right there. This could have been the final movie of the MCU, and I would have been totally fine with it. It was great.
Yes, it was great,
fucking awesome.
Matthew.
Endgame was everything that I wanted Infinity War to be. Which, considering how much I liked Infinity War, it's not saying a whole lot. Or I guess it is saying more. But Endgame was just fucking great. Best Avengers movie that we've ever gotten. Shut the fuck up, Matthew. Moving to Multiverse fan, and I've been waiting for this movie ever since they announced it.
Oh, what's that number 3?
Multiverse of Madness.
Whoa!
Shut up, John.
I didn't say it was bad. I'm
No
just
idea
surprised
how
that you have this
I
movie
know
this
it.
high. Is it because you're a Sam Raimi sucker?
Okay, so it's because Sam Raimi, Danny Elfman. It's because it's fucking Doctor Strange. It has Scarlet Witch. It incorporates multiple Doctor Stranges. It has John Krasinski as Mr. Fantastic.
That's
it
true.
brings back Black Bolt. It brings back Patrick Stewart. Like, there's so much good stuff to it. The only thing that could have made that film better, for my opinion, are 2 things. One, if they would have kept with the original villain, which was Nightmare. If they would have kept with her, especially gone with the fan cast of Eva Green as Nightmare, if they would have kept Nightmare, and if they would have brought in Tom Cruise as Iron Man.
If they would have kept Nightmare, John would have been too chicken to go see it.
Probably.
Well, look. I'll see.
Originally pitched as just horror. Like, that's all it was pitched as.
I'll see any movie that involves the MCU. I'll see any movie. I'm being serious. I'll watch any MCU movie.
Yeah, it butters my biscuit. I loved Multiverse of Madness.
It is
Fucking
great.
Number 2 was Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
Wow.
Like I said,
It is amazing.
I think that Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 is the best MCU movie that we've gotten. I genuinely think that is. And again, I say that by just a hair. Because that hair is what separates it from Spider-Man No Way Home.
I mean, it was an event, man. That event was just so amazing on opening weekend.
Absolutely. I mean, one of the things that Spider-Man No Way Home did for me that no other MCU movie has ever done was it made me feel like a kid again.
Oh yeah.
And when you go to the movies, that's how a movie should feel, especially when it's something like this, where like we grew up playing with Spider-Man action figures. We grew up watching the Sam Raimi movies.
And the animated show from the 90s.
And the animated show from the 90s.
I never watched that until just recently.
We grew up with that stuff. So, like, sitting down to watch a superhero movie today, as a 25-year-old, sitting down to watch that, it was just a complete treat.
Absolutely.
Like, I starting halfway through the movie, I felt like I was 6 years old sitting in the theater seat.
Yes.
Like, it has some of the hardest hitting visuals, some of the hardest choreography, some of the hardest hitting performances. Like, we got a proper Green Goblin, which nobody criticizes Willem Dafoe's Green Goblin. Nobody does. I'm not saying that. But in this movie, we got the Green Goblin that we should have gotten all along.
I can definitely see that because
Raimi movie, but this one, it showed how fucking ruthless he is.
And you and I definitely agree. It should have been nominated for Best Picture. That was easily the best movie of 2021.
Absolutely. I will go on that limb. Absolutely.
It was.
It was the one that I was looking forward to the most. I was so fucking happy with it.
Yeah. I got a quick story. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I know a lot of people criticize it because of the fan service, quote unquote. But honestly, that's what people wanted from the get-go. As soon as they started hearing that Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield would be in. Like, you can't be like, oh, well, there was all this fan service in it. You were asking for fan service.
Yes.
That is what you were asking for, and you are mad about it? No.
Exactly.
Get the fuck out of here. Like, no, this is what you wanted. You cannot fucking complain about fan service in a movie where you were requesting fan service.
Exactly.
You can't be upset about it. You can't. Nobody can about it. If you right, by all fucking means. But you cannot change my mind about that. This movie worked on so many fucking levels.
Exactly. If you're mad about if you're mad about fan service, then why are you mad about it when you requested more Spider-Man?
Right. Like, you guys wanted Tobey Maguire to come back. You wanted Andrew Garfield. Well, not as many people wanted Andrew Garfield to come back.
I did.
But you guys wanted them to come back. You can't complain about fan service in a movie where you're wanting fan service. You can't. If you do that, you're a fucking hypocrite.
Exactly.
But just by a hair, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 is the best MCU movie, followed super closely by No Way Home, in my personal opinion. And that's my ranking.
I got a quick story to tell you about how I became a humongous Spider-Man fan. When I got to go see Captain America: Civil War, it made me want to go back and watch the original Spider-Man movies that was directed by Sam Raimi and the Amazing Spider-Man movies.
Wait, so you seen Civil War first?
I did.
You didn't watch the Sam Raimi movies first?
I seen clips of it, but I never seen the original trilogy until back in 2016. And I got to tell you,
you ended up with the right opinion, at least.
but just to tell you, I mean, I wasn't into comic book movies at the time, but then ever since I got to watch a lot of superhero movies like the Batman, and ever since I got to watch a lot of MCU movies, and when I start watching the original Sam Raimi trilogy, it brings me back to nostalgia of the 90s TV show that I watched when I was a kid. I mean, it was just perfect casting of Tobey Maguire. He was so great. And then the Amazing Spider-Man movies, incredibly underrated for movies like these. And
Absolutely.
And ever since those Spider-Man movies that I loved, I mean, I was so happy that the MCU was able to get Spider-Man to be part of the MCU. I was so excited for that. And personally, for me, Tom Holland, for me, is the best Spider-Man. Just saying.
I'll say that he's the perfect mix.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, absolutely.
I think that's all we got for today's episode.
Yeah. And so, do we have next week's episode that's going to get more heated? And the FCU rankings.
Next week, I believe, is the overrated and underrated movies.
Oh, yes. Dyllan, you better be here in person for that one.
Hopefully, I'll be a lot better by then. So.
This next one won't be ranked. It'll just be like discussion.
Yeah, and
Good.
and I think I have a good idea, Matthew, what your most overrated movie is. And I don't think you know what my most overrated film is. And I certainly don't know what Dylan's most overrated movie is.
Oh, I've got quite a few overrated movies.
Oh, no.
I'm going to be taking all the shots at that.
But there you have it, folks. That's actually is the Marvel episode and the MCU rankings. Spoilers, Matthew was wrong in Endgame.
Oh, crap.
But,
John, I'm pretty sure we can make a whole list of how you're wrong.
Yes.
what was wrong with my wish? You love Endgame more than Matthew.
Well,
Do you really want to...
Just because you agree with me doesn't mean that you're wrong or not wrong.
Do you really want a list of all this stuff along with your list?
Send us your ranking and then we'll pick it apart.
Like I said, my list was tough. It was a tough list because the MCU is so good.
I need all your rankings.
Doctor Strange is pretty low. So.
I need both of your rankings written down so I can post it on the Facebook page. I'm going to post all of our rankings.
Okay.
Yeah, and I guess the fans can actually respond to which list they actually like more.
Exactly. That's
But
what
then again, though, we should not do that. Fans should just say, "What's your favorite MCU
What,
movie?"
you're doing it
No, I want to
hard?
see... I want to see how much they think I'm right over you two.
Oh God.
Matthew, you ranked Endgame low. So
Yes, you did. That's 16.
I know I did. And I'm tired of pretending it's not.
About it. Well, yeah, just let us know in the comments section, the replies section, what you guys think.
Yes,
Also,
absolutely.
Please remember to rate and share us on various social media platforms, recommend us to friends, all that kind of stuff. It helps us out a lot, especially when you rate us.
Absolutely.
That's how you help us grow as a podcast.
Absolutely. All the audio services are available to listen to. iTunes, Amazon, Spotify. We're pretty much available everywhere. Please continue to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and all that fun stuff. And we hope to see you guys. Hopefully to join us for next week, which will be the recording of Mother's Day. Which all the mothers out there, happy Mother's Day. By the way.
Happy Mother's Day.
So, Dylan, I'm glad that you got to be part of it, even though you weren't here in person. But you get better, buddy.
I'm definitely trying to.
All right, guys. We'll see you all next time for our next podcast episode, and have a great week.
Okay.
See y'all next week.
Bye.